Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Lost in Talks podcast, episode 65 today. Hey.
We got the transfer done. I doubt they heard that.
Yeah,
So
they might not have.
what's going on? What's going on?
Chilling, man. Just alive right now.
Yeah, just lockdown.
Locked down.
Apparently, it's a lockdown.
I'm locked up.
Did you guys know it's a lockdown now?
Okay.
Did you guys know it's a lockdown? we haven't just not been on lockdown, for about a year almost.
Yeah.
It's touching a year. But apparently we're on a lockdown. But this one has extra rules.
Yeah, that nobody knows.
That nobody understands.
Yeah, still.
And nobody knows what to do with it. And nothing's really changed.
At
Well,
the end of
the
the-
problem is when they did it the first time in December, they didn't just say everything's closed, or like what they should have said was like, hey, in December we're going back to how it was at the beginning of this.
I don't know why they didn't.
They tried to do that this time on
Yeah.
Tuesday or whatever,
Yeah.
but now people are just more confused. They're like, wait, everything was already closed, so what's now more
What's
closed?
What,
you
what
know?
is the
Yeah.
elevated?
Yeah.
How is the lockdown elevated?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think things are now closed till 8, but wasn't most shit closed by 8 besides
That's
fast
it's like
food
I
and maybe
swear the
Walmart?
main difference they did was like Walmart and stuff, big box stores now closed from 8 instead of 9, which is
Yeah.
like, is that what's gonna stop this?
Yeah, and even just if that's all they did, like what kind of fucking lockdown like is that?
Yeah.
What kind of difference is that gonna really make?
And apparently, also,
You know?
the police have the right to enforce this rule, but they can't ask us what we're doing.
yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like they said that, and then they went on Twitter, and then they realized, oh yeah, this is not gonna be a good
Yeah.
thing. Like,
people are just going to be fighting the
yeah,
police.
yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
people
just-
have videos and
Yeah.
shit. Because as soon as you see, if I see a cop now, I'm pulling out.
I'm
my
blowing
phone.
my fucking phone.
Yeah.
yeah, like that's
I
like
need you to
first,
let it off. But
Yeah.
I'm putting it on my phone
that's
immediately.
like
Yeah.
first instinct. Like
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
to record
The whole
That's so
interaction.
fucked that now like if you get pulled over, like the first instinct is to probably just pull out your phone and even just record it on the dash or whatever.
On the dash, something.
Just
You gotta-
record audio of
you need
some
to, yeah.
sort because you got to
people are
protect
crazy.
yourself against
From the
cop-
people that are supposed to be
protecting
us.
you. Yes,
You have
I
that
know.
dash cam. You just you whoop,
Yeah,
you
I
just
have
pull
one
it
of those,
there.
so
Yeah.
those come in handy. But yeah, it's so dumb this lockdown. I don't really. No one knows what the hell is going on, and I don't. We'll see if the numbers change. But a part of me just feels like maybe they're just doing things and hoping in 2 weeks that numbers.
I think they were just trying to scare people.
Random-
they were
oh,
just
maybe.
like, I think they're just like,
with the well, not Amber Alert, but the text that was like
yeah,
an Amber
yeah,
Alert.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you guys got that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like stay at home.
See, shit
It's
like
the
that. Why
law.
don't they use that more? Why didn't they put it on your? They have access to all their phones and devices.
Yeah.
Why didn't they say like, here's what's new? Or why don't they do that all the time? Like,
Here are the new rules.
yeah. So men don't have to go on Google. Like,
Yeah, it was so vague. It was just like
Yeah.
this is a
Yeah,
stay.
I had to go on Twitter and then find
Yeah.
a CP24
Yeah,
article.
yeah.
And I had to find the video of the conference, and I watched it, and I was like, I don't understand
Yeah.
this still. And I
they're
get
just
this-
trying to scare people.
I get the point. I get the point. Is simply stay at home.
All they're saying it's an emergency. Stay at home.
The numbers are going up. That's what
The
they're
numbers
trying
are
to
The
say.
going
numbers
up.
are going up. Please stay at home.
Just stay at home. That's all they're trying to do. They
But
can't.
they keep having conferences and making new rules.
They can't actually.
They can't
force
pinpoint
us.
specifics and stuff. They don't know
Yeah.
what to do to be like, this is what's causing it, so this needs to stop. They're just trying to get people to stay home and use their discretion. But
You can't force.
yeah.
Whatever 2 million people to stay home at all times and all hours of the day. Like that's just not gonna happen.
Yeah,
It's just like impossible to enforce. There's not enough police, and it's not even worth the police interest because the police got to do other things too.
Yeah.
They can't have 99% of their manpower writing petty tickets on some dude who is chilling outside for too long.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, it's cold as fuck here. We live in Canada, so no one's really chilling outside anyways. So basically, what I think is most COVID cases are getting spread within people's own houses or people's houses. So,
Well,
Which-
from them going out and doing something.
but
Yeah.
where they can't even go out anywhere. Like, where are you gonna
but
go?
realistically, people are going to work
You're gonna catch it either at work, which you
on
can't.
public transit.
Work
Yeah.
is work. Like it's an essential thing. If your job is if you're a construction person, you have to go to work. Like you can't just tell everyone unless we bust out the stimulus checks again.
That's what I'm saying. We might as well.
But
like,
the government can't afford that. Like
I've been saying, just send me on another lockdown. Send me that CERB. 2 months, and
yeah,
I'm chilling.
I wish, but like it's just like financially not possible. It seems. I don't know. Maybe it is, but maybe they want to put their money in other things. But I have no idea. But you know how it is. It's just stupid. And the police have no real way of. Yeah, even like police chiefs are like, yeah, I mean, like it's up to you guys to
Yeah.
stay home or not.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't really unless we see a bonfire on the beach, for example,
Yeah.
then maybe. But again, it's fucking -10. No one's doing that.
They can't stop you in your car, and
No, and
if
even
they
if-
do, you don't have to tell them.
You don't have
where
to
we're
tell them
going.
anything.
Yeah.
And even if you do tell them something, you could just say, I'm going home.
Yeah.
And then they have no way of proving or disproving that's true unless they follow you. But
Yeah.
the cop's not going to follow a random guy
Yeah,
to
that's
to
too much-
prove if
yeah.
he's going home or not.
Unless he's black.
Shit. Very true, my friend. Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to talk about this too much, but
But yeah, we're still on lockdown. We're on a tighter lockdown. We're on curfew without them saying it's curfew, and we're supposed to stay home as we're supposed to. And
It's
we're-
winter. Yeah.
And right now we're at Kevin's house.
Yeah.
yeah, we're breaking all the rules, dog.
Right now we're
all
at,
the rules.
right
This
now
is
we're
an
at
essential. This is our business.
This is an essential.
Yeah.
We're working essentially.
Yeah, I'm kind of honestly, I'm just kind of over it now.
Yeah.
I was all for following rules in 2020. Now it's 2021.
Yeah.
I slowed down way too many bags.
Yeah.
Too many opportunities were lost and put on hold. I'm gonna have to approach 2021 differently.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have to break the rules for.
It's looking like minimum we're gonna be here till September, so we can't just be waiting around.
Yeah, I can't be waiting around anymore.
That's too much of our life gone.
Last year was just too confusing. I felt at least the first half of the year. I felt like nothing made sense until about September-ish.
Yeah.
Last year, and yeah, I don't want that again. So, fuck. It is what it is. I'm gonna be on the road whenever I need to. I spend most of my time at home anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
Just sitting at my computer doing shit anyways. But when I'm out, I'm out. I'm not gonna be too worried about it.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't think I myself has contributed to the whole fuckery that is spreading this. I mean, I really only leave my house to do somewhat of essential things. I don't really do anything. Plus, there's nowhere to go anyways. So, if I'm leaving, I'm either getting food or going to work or going here.
Yeah.
That's literally all.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
That's literally all I've been going for the past 6 months, besides our little U.S. trip. But we
might have to
And
travel.
there's also a rule too where it's like you can if you're like you're with somebody but you live in separate houses, you can visit them or like you can stay by them, and so it's like it's something like you can create close contact with like another household or something. So it's
I mean, whatever. A gathering is only 3 people.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no one behind the camera. There's just us 3, literally. So we were fine. Okay. Anyways, what else happened this week so far? We have a bunch of NBA trades.
Yeah, man's
How do
getting.
you guys feel about
Well,
that?
it was one trade, but it was
was
just
one
like
and it just-
ridiculous. Man just
One
kept
big trade.
adding their sauce into the pot. It's like,
I
yo,
think
let
there's
me,
2
let me
trades,
get involved on this.
but the big one is hard.
Well, yeah, I guess it was technically 2 trade, but it was basically the same trade. Yeah.
Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough.
Well, so it was a
do you guys
3-way
feel?
trade with like, the Nets, Cleveland, and Houston, and then Cleveland. I think they just gave up picks, and then they got back Jared Allen, I think, and then
Yeah.
Houston got they had a LeVert and then 2 other guys from the Nets, and then some picks. Bear picks, but then they traded LeVert for Oladipo from Indiana. That was like the add-on to the
That
trade.
was the add-on to the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, so that, I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like LeVert was a good fit for Houston. I think he might have fit better with Wall, but I don't know. Yeah, they're all the same player. It doesn't really matter realistically at the end of the day. But
Yeah.
Houston, it's good for Houston. They got some picks. I don't know how valuable they're going to be because it's Brooklyn's picks and I think Milwaukee's picks. But I mean, it's first round picks. You can never go. You might hit the lottery. That's what happened to Boston, right? Like Boston traded away Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce like 5 years ago, and then they didn't have a down year because they won the chip with those guys, and then they sent them off when they were aging, and then they got picks back. They got Tatum, and then they got Jaylen Brown. So it's like it can help. So Houston's fine because there was I seen that too. Like even before Harden walked off in that interview, I was like, there's no way he's ending this year on the Houston on the Rockets because
he was gonna.
it was irreparable.
no matter
like
what.
yeah, so
You think he was fed up with the team or what?
for sure. Yeah,
And the way
yeah.
he was just acting,
Yeah.
he was not gonna make it happen for them. He was
Yeah.
not gonna try. So
Yeah,
Tried
there was no
last year,
point.
so,
Yeah,
yeah,
You know,
that was his last year.
that was his
Yeah.
last year. Yeah,
That was him.
They
giving
tried.
up.
Yeah,
he was
that
like,
was.
all right, I'm done.
I saw
Took it as far as
yeah.
he could. He went hard in the
Yeah.
playoffs, man.
I saw Shaq shitting on him. He said, because Harden's post game interview before he left, he said like, I gave the city all I could, and I don't think there's any way of fixing it anymore. He said something like that, and Shaq was saying like, I don't think you tried hard enough. They
Jeez.
gave you your guys. They gave you Dwight. They gave you CP. They gave you Westbrook. But I'm like, are those like, are those
I
the key
understand what
ingredients?
Shaq's
I know what
saying.
she's saying. Yeah. It's like, are those the key ingredients? And I get it. And it's like, this thing about like Harden was the guy. And when you're given that role, like you got to be that guy and step up. And I think he did
To a certain extent.
to a certain, yeah. He obviously didn't become.
There was no growth.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like about 2 years ago, he was kind of, I don't want to say his prime, but he was at that part where
Yeah,
we're
for
like,
sure,
okay,
yeah.
we need to see something kind of different.
Yeah.
You're lit. You're doing your thing. That step back is great, but we need to see something else other than that step back.
Yeah.
That same move.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. But I'm looking at fucking Brooklyn's bench. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. They traded their whole team.
Yeah,
So.
I'm just like, that for Harden. And I'm like, well, I can't even be mad at Brooklyn because they don't even know where the fuck Kyrie is.
Exactly. Yeah.
So they need somebody.
Dude, is that dude still MIA?
Yeah.
That's what people were talking about on Clubhouse. Kyrie, that's what it was. I'm trying to
Yeah,
remember
he's-
what it was.
It's one of the craziest, like, I mean, it's Kyrie, so it makes sense that he would be doing some of the wildest shit you've seen with a player. But like, I've never heard about this. A player, there was a couple years ago where Derrick Rose disappeared for like a couple days, and it was huge because that never happens. You're like, it's a basketball player. How do you lose track of a fucking basketball player? It doesn't matter if they go off grid, like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but
they're
like
ball
someone
players.
has to know. Like,
Yeah.
you telling me his family don't know?
Well, so with Kyrie, they didn't know for a couple days, but then there was a video that surfaced of him at his sister's birthday party.
okay.
And then, so it was a birthday
he
party with
handling
like.
family shit, and he's like, fuck this ball.
So there was
basketball
it was
right
a birthday party with like 20 people.
But it was a packed party. Nobody's wearing masks.
Nobody's wearing masks. Yeah. And,
now. Oh, so he.
yeah.
Yeah,
and-
I mean, if he
yeah.
comes back randomly,
He's
like,
getting fined.
He's
and
getting fined.
He's missing games.
He's
Yeah.
missing games. He's not supposed to be.
So
doing
the
that,
speculation was that he started missing time because, well, it's weird with him. Like, he's kind of one of the more vocal players about, Black Lives Matter and that the rights and stuff in the NBA, but also he doesn't say anything. Like, like he doesn't actually, like, so if this was because it seemed like it was because of, what happened with the Capitol and stuff. Like, it seemed like it was because he was the first guy when the bubble started back. He was like, yo,
Yeah.
if something
Yeah,
happens,
yeah.
like, we should. And you remember when it started, he was like, yo, should we be doing this right now? And
Yeah,
all
that's
this
something like
stuff.
it's kind of ironic.
Yeah.
That I'm seeing you at a party getting
Yeah,
lit with
yeah.
so many people
Yeah.
and not a single
yeah.
mask in
Unless
sight.
every single
And then I
motherfucker
think
was
the
tested.
so
but
then the
doubt
next
it.
day there was a picture of him like in a Zoom meeting, like a public, what do you call it? Like a public council meeting with like your local council or whatever. So he was like, they saw him like as a participant or whatever.
The
And
hell?
yeah, he was
Like,
just on mute.
Fucking, where's Kyrie?
Yeah,
Where in
Chilling
the
on-
world?
he's just chilling in a meeting on
Where-
mute.
Yeah.
Where in the world
Bro,
is Kyrie?
your
bro?
mans are practicing like for a game that night, and the man's in a fucking, like
That's so weird.
a politics meeting.
That's
on
so,
Zoom, fam.
What the fuck is he? Like, was he just sick of the bubble, like, or what? He's just like,
It's
fuck.
not even really a bubble because those guys are just all chilling.
Yeah,
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 like-
it's not a bubble.
Like, it's
yeah.
like
Yeah.
they're allowed to. They're not allowed to see their family. I don't know how strict it is.
They are.
They are,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah. So it's not like he couldn't.
And I believe they're flying. They're just all flying within
It's
the
still-
state.
I mean, yeah,
no
like,
excuse.
you could have easily
Yeah,
worn
yeah.
masks. You could have easily.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
so
yeah.
many things he could have done properly. He could have easily said, first of all, like, you could pay for your fucking sister's birthday party to be whenever. It doesn't need
Yeah.
to. It can be on a non-basketball day. Like, that's
Yeah.
not hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, like, second, like, you gotta. How do you not inform somebody on
So
your
it's
team?
MIA.
bro?
So no one on the team. The coaches don't know.
Yeah.
His family might know, but might be
So the
quiet.
day,
or
so the
they
first,
do know,
the
but they're
first
quiet
game
about
that
it.
the first game that he missed,
weird.
they asked Steve Nash. They're like, "Yo, where's your guy?" And he's like, "I don't know." He had to say, "I don't know."
That's crazy.
Can you imagine a coach not
Like,
knowing
I don't
where
know.
players, bro? Like,
I don't know. We don't know. He didn't tell me.
That's a cheeser though, man.
I wonder
like
how much he's
imagine
gonna
if
get
you
fined.
missed
Shit.
if you missed a basketball game in grade 8.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Like,
Mr.
mans would
Press?
be searching the ends of the earth, bro. For you.
Mr. Press would have been on my ass.
He's like, where the hell is he? He calling
can't
your
find Kyrie.
house, calling your mom.
So he's losing
Calling everybody.
He's losing like 1/80th of his contract every game that he misses,
Oh,
which is about $400,000.
1/80th.
Yeah.
1/80th.
Yeah, $400,000 a game.
He's getting fined
missing.
$400,000 a game.
Yeah.
People's salary he's losing.
Yeah,
I mean, he's fucked.
people's
I mean,
whole salary. Yeah,
people whole.
And that's like a good salary. That's
like a
you're living
WNBA,
blessed.
like I don't know, like 4 like an all-star and
like that-
WNBA player.
Like a
maybe?
lot.
Yeah.
That's how a lot of CEOs get paid.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Like top CEOs of bigger companies
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
paid that.
per game, and that's
Yeah,
not even
for a year.
because I'm sure the NBA is gonna discipline him. I'm sure the Nets are gonna discipline him. So it's not even that. Those are just like the contract fines. Those aren't like the extra fines that they can give him or the extra punishment and shit. Just stop playing, bro. Like, what? You don't want to play basketball.
I just don't get it.
You're just wasting a spot at this point.
Yeah, for some
you were
reason
on Boston. Boston got better when he was injured, which wasn't a good sign.
Which is not a good sign.
The man, you're telling me like when LeBron traded him for Isaiah Thomas, that was a good sign, bro. Like, come on, man.
Do you think he's really giving up basketball?
I think he doesn't care about it as much. I don't know.
That's crazy. No passion anymore.
I feel like it. I don't know. Which is
how old is he again?
He's like our age.
2 years older. He's like 91.
Like his
I think.
career is near
He's
the end.
91?
It's not like his career's near the end.
No,
He
no.
still has a good amount of
No,
time
he's
to go.
fine.
Right?
And then also the thing
So-
is like he's been injured for so long part of his career too. It's like you would imagine that
That's true.
there are guys who, you know, they get an injury that he had and their career's done. You know, they would give everything to just play another game. And this guy's like just
If he doesn't
giving
want
up
to
that
play,
opportunity,
that's fine. But he's doing it the wrong way, man.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
he's doing it the wrong way.
Do you mind doing this quick? Yeah?
Just retire. We're gonna do a password in the middle.
A quick password thing.
No worries.
Because we need the card in a second. So
Yeah, I just don't really understand why you'd be doing that, but I guess no one does.
yeah, exactly. I don't know, man. It's a cheeser. It's definitely a cheeser for the team. Like,
Yeah.
even like just anybody. If anybody did that to me,
Exactly. It
I
doesn't
need you,
mean
and
yeah,
you
we're
just
not talking
disappear
for
off
anything.
the
Yeah,
grid.
we're not even talking about making millions of dollars, like a free commitment, you know?
yeah, like I'd be fucking pissed.
Yeah.
And I can't reach you the day after, or the day after that, or the day after that. But I see you on the gram.
That happens to me a lot actually with models and shit. Don't get me started.
But even yeah, I know, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, yeah,
but it's
That's
just like,
it's a thing
I've
that
had
happens in
complete
real life
ghosts.
where you're
Yeah.
like a man ghosts you and you see them on
but I wouldn't.
Instagram
Yeah, I
later.
wouldn't
Yeah.
expect a man making millions to do that. And if you're gonna do that, cool. But at least like be like, I'm not gonna be there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
At least,
Yeah.
Or get your agent to tell us, oh yeah, he's not coming.
And
in.
if you're trying to make a statement about Black Lives Matter or something,
Don't be
make
caught.
an actual statement
And
about
don't be
it.
caught
bro.
out here in the
Yeah,
streets.
exactly.
you can't be caught.
Yeah, facts.
The thing, I don't know, like, I feel like LeBron has the best mindset about this because he is the face of the NBA right now. But
Yeah.
like his answer, well, so first of all, every time he has a post game and if there's something relevant that happens, he's talking about it. So that's the platform right there where people are watching this basketball game. So when he says something about it, right? Then second, I'm sure he's using his money and his power when he's not playing basketball
And he's on
to
Twitter.
do it. You know, exactly.
And he's saying his shit on Twitter when he needs.
That's the most you can do at this point, given the position that you have. You know, like that's why you become a famous basketball player, so you can use your voice that you're given. And he's just leaving.
Yeah.
So if you really care about it, like, you know, talk.
Speak up, bitch. Speak up.
Speak up. Just fucking retire, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with Kyrie, but whatever. That's Kyrie. That's just usual Kyrie nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
And
I don't know if the Nets got better.
oh, he
I
just
mean, on
switched up after
paper,
he
yeah,
got
for
his
sure.
ring, yo. I
Yeah.
think he was set.
That's what it is. I mean, I feel like he got his ring and he doesn't think he needs it anymore. You know, like
yeah, he
Really?
hit the pinnacle of basketball. You know, he's there, and he's known as one of the best.
yeah, which is funny too because everything he always complains about being like the Robin on the Cavs too. So
So and then now
He's just a whiny little bitch sometimes.
he's gotten several teams now,
Yeah.
and he hasn't been
Yeah.
able to handle it.
Yeah.
So you are
Yeah.
Robin, or you're fucking Nightwing, bro. Like
Nightwing. Nightwing's cool though.
Nightwing's sick, but
Like,
Nightwing
Nightwing-
just does his own thing, you know?
Yeah, like you might play Nightwing if you're playing a Batman game. You know, you might play as him a
Yeah,
couple times.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
facts.
It's not connecting for whatever reason. I don't know.
Really.
Probably just a slow thing.
know.
It didn't connect.
No.
Yo, I
The
got a
prompt went
message
away,
from
though.
Todd.
I don't know what's going on, yo.
Can't believe our names are still that. We have a quick thing. We have a fucking chat on Facebook, and we all have weird.
Yeah, we don't even
nicknames.
know what our names are because
I
we don't.
forget.
You don't see
Is
it.
mine
Yeah.
still douche?
Yeah, you can still come up as douche.
I'm still douche, eh?
Yeah.
Shit, you guys probably have a chuckle every time I message.
I just see it and I just don't reply.
It's just like, but it's like, fuck, man. Like, you see douche, and then you're like, okay. Like, instantly you're thinking something negative.
Yeah.
So you're probably like, I don't want to respond to
Douche.
this.
Yeah.
Fucking guy. This guy's name's Todd, which is definitely, he looks like a Todd, right? I don't know what yours is. Forget. Is yours
I don't
just
know.
Like Kevin A? I don't know. And then fucking Zach's is
Muffy.
Muffy.
Yeah.
Muffy. Inside joke on that one. Can't really say it without roasting another man. And what's the last one?
A Sampoof.
Sampoof.
Yeah.
Sampoof.
Because Zach said Sampoof one time.
Yeah.
That's it. That's literally why. And it was.
Yeah.
And Zach thought it was hilarious. Zach made most.
It's a very Zach joke. So.
Zach
Yeah.
made most of the names, right? So I think Zach hated me at the time. So
Yeah, he was like mad at you or something.
I think he was just mad at me. So he wrote douche.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it all stuck. It all worked
That's
out.
just how it works, and like, we don't see it, so you just don't change it.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
Yeah.
You having Google problems?
Yeah, no, it's not. It's more Wi-Fi shit. I don't know. It's just not connecting, so I don't know if I'm gonna get all this shit dumped.
Or we could do it during the break.
Yeah, we'll try to figure it out then.
Do it during the break. All right, next
Don't stress
topic.
about it.
Next topic. Are we done with basketball?
Yeah, I'm done.
Cool.
Oh, I will say the Raptors should tank this year.
Oh, the Raptors are shit.
Yeah.
Garbage.
Yes, and you're right. They should tank.
They won today. I don't know why the fuck they won today.
And who
Yeah.
are they facing?
Hornets. I mean,
Okay, like that
yeah.
matters.
And Hayward was out, but like we should have just lost that game, you know.
Yeah, like, I don't know why.
I'm just like,
Right now, I checked a couple mock drafts. Like we're second projected because we're the second. I think we have the second worst record. Like just go for
Might as
it,
well,
man.
yeah.
Shortened season. It's easier to tank. Like
Let's pick
what?
somebody up.
Yeah. We're not gonna win. So what the fuck is the difference?
I'd love to. I'd love to just tank. I'm
Yeah.
down to it. Again, we got our ring. Like,
We haven't had a top 5 pick since Valanciunas in 2011.
come on. And that was and look at that pick.
Yeah,
people loved JV.
he was
For
good.
some
He was
reason.
good. He
People liked
good
him.
on offense. I mean,
He
we
just-
want to win the chip without
With-
Gasol, but
yeah.
Yeah.
he was. Yeah, like I like him, but yeah,
I like
He was a
JV,
likable
but it's not. He's
player.
not somebody that stands out.
yeah.
No,
yeah.
like he was a likable player, and
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
Toronto liked him. He was in all the fucking ads and shit. He's
See,
like,
that was the
"Eh."
problem with so many of our
He's just
guys.
like a fun-
People just
yeah, but-
like them because
Yeah.
they like to be here. So you
Yeah.
know they just fell in love with the city because
Yeah, yeah.
we just there's
We're such
our
good
fans are
fans.
just like
Yeah, we're
we
just
just
good
love
fans.
latching on to men's, you know, and
Yeah,
like
we really do. We're
We
so
gotta stop that.
we're
shit.
so needy.
We
We
gotta
gotta
start
have
hating on
we have good taste now. Like we have Kawhi, we had like we had some good players and
We gotta start hating these guys.
Yeah.
A lot
Yeah.
more and
Yeah,
making them feel it.
that's why men's never want to stay on the Knicks.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it,
they're
like
tough fans.
yeah,
Yeah,
because
Like,
they expect a lot, even though they shouldn't. But like
yeah.
until they get like a bet, it's not the players, it's the organization. Because if you're the fucking third richest or second richest franchise in sports in the world, like there's no way you shouldn't have. Not even, I swear these guys don't make the playoffs, bro. They haven't made the playoffs since like Carmelo.
Yeah, like we really give love to everyone. Like even like we got Jeremy Lin.
Yeah. Well,
That dude got so
Lin was
much love.
huge in.
But Lin was huge.
in New York too. But then we also have the big Asian population.
We have the big.
so-
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but this is an example. I
Yeah,
know-
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
He was big on the Knicks too.
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember when that happened. But this
Lin Sanity. I can't believe that was a thing for
Like-
a while, bro.
That was the thing.
is,
That's so crazy.
yeah, like it's just like even like the bench players are like
Yeah.
getting mad love.
He dropped like 100 on the Raptors or some shit.
Yeah.
I remember that one time, right?
Yeah.
And everyone thought he was like the greatest player ever.
Yeah.
That's like reminds me when who else did something similar? It was Terrence Ross did that one time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he had 50, yeah.
and everyone was like, he's gonna be fucking the next fucking LeBron or some shit.
Canada's so cool. It's just so cool.
And it was like, bruh.
Can't deal with people here, bro.
Yeah,
Shout out
we
T-Rock.
just get too excited sometimes with what we because we're just happy to get what we have, and you
Yeah.
don't want to be that person. You gotta show that you have a little bit of a standard, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what's that next topic? You wrote it down. It has something to do with people in power. I want to word it properly.
Well, let me look this shit up.
Why you shouldn't feel intimidated by people in high positions in your workplace or profession. Have we talked about this before?
No,
We haven't, right?
we haven't had like
Okay.
an actual conversation.
I feel like
on this.
maybe we like hit it really quick, but maybe not.
Hey.
Maybe. Hey. But I'm trying to think what you mean by that. So basically,
I just hate having to hear from
Your
people
boss.
that they're stressed about their boss or
Right.
their manager and this and that, when those people are just regular people and they actually don't matter because they have a boss.
I swear we've talked about this before. Whatever.
we haven't.
No? Okay, so you have a boss and you are afraid of them?
People are intimidated.
Intimidated.
By people in positions of power.
And you shouldn't be.
And they shouldn't always necessarily be, unless obviously they're like a judge.
Yeah, yeah.
or
Right,
some-
right. We're talking more workplace, not authority, like
Yeah.
a judge or a cop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's different.
Yeah, exactly.
That's different.
That's
Those people
completely
could
different.
those people could end your life.
That's a different type of authority.
Those people could kill you
Yeah,
or
when
just
it's life
put
or
you in
death,
jail
yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a difference.
So-
You know?
Yeah.
It's a different story.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I think you shouldn't be scared of your boss. It's not really a good relationship, or intimidated, I should say. It's not really a good relationship to have. And,
Yeah.
and I think, I mean, it depends on your boss or your whoever's in charge of you, because some people, you know, who are in that position do like to intimidate their employees.
Yeah.
Which
I was gonna say, yeah, like it
depends
does
on how they
depend
go
on
about it.
Sometimes it is the fault of the employer because they abuse that power, right?
Yeah,
like it's the Stanford prison experiment.
Yeah, so some do abuse that power, some don't. But then there's people who are still intimidated by someone who even isn't trying to be intimidating.
And a lot of the
right?
time it's down to the actual person themselves.
Right.
You know, some people are just shy and whatnot. You know, but
True.
they should. You know, there's people in the workplace, and you can usually tell that they're pushovers, and they get asked a lot out of them, and that's just because they're yes men and they don't know how to say no.
Yeah.
Or they don't know how to say, nah, I'm good, or I'm too busy, or I'm already taking on too much. And what that leads to is them resenting that person and resenting their job, you know, and a lot of other deep-rooted issues start appearing. And
It's like people who are like in doing a job where their supervisor right above them is making them do more than they should be at that position. They're making them basically take on tasks that the higher position should be taking. And then that's the problem with sometimes, you ever think about that? Like when you think about like the lowest level of a job, like I always think about like Forever 21, like if I was just like became the best at what I did, like being the best stock boy in a warehouse, right? Or something like that, right? Like how do you actually get promoted? You know, because being the most efficient like factory worker isn't mean you have the skills to be like the best manager, right? Like
No, not at all.
And that's why usually it's the people who get hired are the ones who are just like they politic their way in, or they're like the lazier workers, and they complain, they just talk more. Whereas there's the ones who are like they just keep their mouths shut, they do the work, and then they do their work so well that like the managers know that they can just throw shit on them, right?
Exactly.
So you think being too good is bad?
Yeah.
Always.
So being
Never.
There's a thing
never
about
be the best at your
there's
job.
there's a term for that, where it's like you shouldn't be too good at like
Never be.
yeah.
I think
Never be.
I don't know if
I
I
think
100% agree with that.
Well, I mean, the
It
thing
depends on where you're working.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. It's
Yeah.
like know
McDonald's
the
is-
worth of your position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, if you're making
Right.
$15 an hour, know
Work.
that you're putting in $15 an hour.
Yeah, put in that $15.
I never put in $50 an hour of work for a minimum wage job. You know?
Right.
Never.
So it's funny. So where I work, I'm still technically employed, but I don't work there right now. Where I work, where I sell hot tubs and work in the swimming pool industry. It's actually interesting. My behavior has changed over the last maybe year and a half or two, where I am more like that. Where I would say I'm I'm one of the best like salespeople that's there right now, plus one of the most senior people. So I just know the most, right? So I'm essentially the best, not by not actually saying I'm the best, but I'm the best just by time spent, and just experience. And over the last year or so, I've just, not that I've been like a lazy worker or anything, but I just like now I'm more understanding my 14, 15 hour.
You explore that, you hit the ceiling, you realize like
there's nowhere else to go. So
Nowhere
I'm just like, and there was a time where I was like hustling like crazy, and I'm like, why? Because in my head I'm like, okay, maybe if I hustle hard, I would learn. I'm just like learning it. I'll just learn to be a good worker. I know I'm not gonna get promoted, but sometimes it's good to hustle.
Yeah.
I felt like it was good to hustle even at my part-time job just to kind of get into the habit of being a good worker.
That sucks.
I know. Does it suck?
Yeah, to me.
Interesting.
In my world, it sucks.
Interesting.
Because I'm just like, you're getting finessed in my mind.
Okay.
Because you should never be working that hard at a part-time job. You're there to get some money and get the fuck up out of there.
Well, it was a short-term thing, It was more like a year. And then I was like, okay, like I've learned what I needed to learn.
Like even me, I consider myself at my job right now one of the best. and I don't really do shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's because I've kind of figured it out.
Exactly, yeah.
And it's because I've had so many jobs that I've
that's true.
seen every workplace,
Yeah.
and I know how they treat you, and I'm like, and I've seen all the patterns. I'm like, oh shit, okay, cool. So if I actually do work hard, they're gonna ask me to do more shit.
Yep.
And
not
I don't
for
want
no money and no responsibility.
Exactly.
And,
They're gonna ask me to handle more
Yep.
stuff for them at $14 or minimum
Hey, you want to be a
wage.
key holder?
And some
Yeah,
there's
at these basic rates.
See, there's people who don't realize that.
yeah,
too.
they get locked up in that shit, and it
Because you
sucks.
Never
see the
take the key
question,
holder.
like you see it right away. Like when
Yeah.
somebody's trying to give you that response, you got to cut it off. If you don't cut it off at the beginning, then it's
Yeah.
you don't get that chance again.
you're done,
Because it
bro.
becomes harder to stop midway and be like, hey, like I don't want to do this anymore. And they'll be like, wait, what? Like you've been
What?
doing this. This is
Yeah.
part of your job.
You've been doing great. Like
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
And you have been doing great, and that's
Yeah.
your fault.
Yeah.
You know?
But why am I making the same amount when I was fucking new?
Yeah.
Exactly.
When
And
I
they
didn't
don't-
know shit, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When I
And
didn't
you got to
know
think
shit.
about what a raise is what a raise actually is. It's nothing.
It's inflation.
And that's why when you're in
it's
those
the
work-
world, you know.
Yeah. when you're in those
nothing.
workspaces, it's so funny when a new person comes in, all the older people fucking hate them.
Yeah.
You're making the same amount of money as me.
Yeah.
I work twice as hard as you.
Yeah.
I just know more, and the boss expects more from me. Motherfucker.
Yeah, that's the thing. You know, people don't get that.
That's why-
And you're busting your ass. And I see it at every job I've ever been at. There's somebody that's always busting their fucking ass,
Yeah.
stressing, almost on tears on some days because they have
Yeah.
so much shit to do.
Yeah.
And
You know?
they brought it on themselves.
And I'm like,
They kept
You done
taking
fucked yourself
the
up, bro.
responsibilities, and they
Yeah.
didn't realize that they didn't need to put all those shit's on their
Nothing.
plate, you know.
yeah. So if you're that type of person, rethink your whole life
Yeah.
because you're lost.
It's
Unless
good.
you-
It's
unless
it's
you
good
really
to have the
love
work
your
ethic, but you got to know how to channel it. Like
Yeah, that's
where
what
to
I'm
put
saying.
where to put your energy.
Yeah.
See, like we're the type of people where it's like we're gonna do the minimal effort at work, but when we get home, that's when we
I'm
turn
gonna-
on. You know.
Exactly. I'm staying up all night.
Yeah.
I'm working days upon days.
So when like that's the thing too, like when you go in and people think you're lazy, it's like this isn't work. Like this is getting to where this is the midpoint, the stopover
Yeah.
before we actually get to work.
Unless you
know?
really want to be that manager at
That's
Old
fine,
Navy
but know how to
or whatever.
you got to know how to direct your
yeah,
energy.
you got to know how to you got to know how to finesse it. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
you can't be busting your ass too much. And what happens is you get into those managerial, supervisor, key holder positions, and it's trash.
Yep.
Never take a key holder position.
You're
That
barely
sucks.
you're making 25 cents more, if that.
You gotta get there earlier because you're not gonna.
Get in
Or
there
just do it
earlier.
once and then just quit
Yeah.
so that you can put it on the resume and
Exactly.
then become a
Well,
manager.
that's the
Exactly.
point.
You know, like-
Well, that's the point of becoming a manager.
Yeah.
Like you want to become a manager. If you plan on becoming, that's your life, that's your calling. Like you're gonna be a manager, and that's just because maybe you love retail.
That's fine, yeah.
Maybe
That's
you
totally
do.
fine.
Yeah.
Maybe you have not a lot of education, so that might be the best high-paying job you can get, whatever it might be. Then work on the managerial, and then get it, and then get the fuck out and become a manager somewhere else.
Somewhere else, and then get the
Yeah.
fuck out.
Yeah. And just like keep bouncing around until you actually get like an actual
Yeah,
good
and that's what
manager
happens. That's what
position,
happens.
right? Because you need that first manager position, obviously, to become another one, right? Or assistant at least.
yeah.
Yeah,
So, but yeah,
yeah,
just-
and well, yeah. What we're saying is, intimidated and being intimidated by those people,
Right.
is not good for your mental health, because that just leads to again resentment of your job. So when you get there, you're unhappy now because you know you have a bunch of shit to do and a supervisor that you don't want to talk to because you feel like you're doing too much work, but you don't know how to say it because you've already accepted everything.
Yeah. And you're not helping the manager either when you're doing that because you're
Yeah.
creating a disgruntled employee and you're creating like an imbalance in like if you were to quit, they're not going to hire somebody new and be able to do all that shit that you would do. So they would, so it's not helping the manager do that, even though they think that, oh yeah, no, we got this, this workhorse to do all this shit. No, like it doesn't actually help.
And also remember that your manager, supervisor, whoever, boss is a regular person too at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You could probably beat their ass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
realistically. And I'm not saying violence is the answer or anything, but sometimes I just like to
It's good to know that,
just
yeah.
to know that in your
Yeah,
mind, it
yeah.
makes you like, oh, they're not this big demigod or
Yeah.
whatever. They're just a normal fucking human, you
Yeah.
know?
right.
Like I could beat you up
Yeah.
if it got to it.
Yeah.
You know?
It's just good to know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not invincible.
Yeah.
They're not invincible. They're not who you think they are. They're not living this lavish, amazing life. I remember my managers over here, a lot of managers, especially at fucking like Cineplex when I was working there.
They're broke, bro.
Busting his fucking ass, bro. Busting his ass. And I was technically making more money than him.
Yeah.
Because he's making salary.
Yeah.
But I'm getting paid tips.
That's another thing.
On top of my minimum
Manager, depending on where you work. Here's the funny thing. Manager positions don't actually always pay more
Never.
than the lower positions.
Yep.
Depending on what's going on. If there's tips involved, if there's commission involved, if there's salary versus hourly, it's
because they're only paying you for 40 hours.
Maybe that's why your boss being a dick.
And you gotta take that work home and shit.
Yeah, they're paying you for 40 hours just for you to take it home. You know, and you're staying late at that job or whatever, doing overtime, but not getting paid for it technically.
Yeah,
coming in early.
Yeah,
fucking setting schedules and shit, bro. Like that's all
It's on you. You're the first one in, last one out.
And you're making
$3 more an hour.
Maybe
$3 more.
And like Kevin just said, you're doing scheduling, and then people are trying to tell you, oh, I can't do that.
Yeah, mans are calling you at 11 p.m. Like, yo, I can't come in tomorrow. That's on your head top. You know?
That's on you.
Yeah, that's on
why,
you.
Why?
Yeah, you just got to figure it out.
Why are you understaffed today?
Because you know how many times we've been like, yo, I'm not going in tomorrow.
And the owners
we've been in the basement like, yo, I'm not going into work tomorrow.
Exactly.
And it's the least stressful thing ever.
I've thought, when should I text my manager?
You're about to stress, and your text is about to stress him out.
Yeah. And I know it, and I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You're about to stress out this dude like so hard. You're about to be like, bruh. Now he has to go call in or text in your coworkers. Can you work tomorrow? And then they don't have to say yes because they're not scheduled. There's no rule.
And on the man to say no.
And then,
having
if everyone
to send out
says
that text,
no,
bro,
then
like,
he
yo,
has to come out.
Hey, I'm sorry to ask you this, but Tracy couldn't come in today. Are you able to just come in and close for us? It's 2 hours or something.
Please. And then you say no. And then what that means is the manager has to come in and bust his ass.
Yeah.
Her ass extra hard tomorrow.
Exactly.
That's for no extra pay because there's still the 40-hour salary that they get. Shit. Dog.
Or they're going to call you, the person that's doing all the extra fucking work, who feels bad about everything. And you're going to say, yeah.
And then that's ultimately why you get fired when you call in sick too many times.
Yeah.
Because you just made your manager's life too hard too many times.
Yep.
Basically.
Much. Yeah, I've been in that situation a lot.
Basically.
I've been in that situation.
Basically.
This is where there's just shoots, like, and I'm just like, I'm like, I told you.
Like we're shooting
and that's why
a Kevin A video.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And I think this is why you remember us having a conversation like this, is because I remember saying on the podcast, we're talking about like interviews and stuff like that. But in my interviews, I always tell people what my priorities are. Because they ask you that question. So do you see yourself with the company or whatever in a few years? And I always tell them nope.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if I am here, it's because that didn't work out.
Yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm. But I always tell them, this is my main priority, my video stuff, this shit, all this shit that I'm doing. This is why my schedule looks like this, blah, 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 blah. And usually, most of the time, they're cool with it. They accept it. And then when it comes to those days when I'm calling in, they're like, fuck, well, you can't be mad at me because I told you I'm going to miss work sometimes, or my schedule is going to be like this sometimes because I got shoots and blah, blah, blah to do.
Yeah.
And you accepted me into the workplace. And I know this is not enough of a reason right now for you to fire me. Maybe in the future, if I do it a lot more, then but right now you're gonna have to just take this.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be there.
Yeah. I hate that thing when, in because I know they get in their own head sometimes, but then they try to, when you're on the job, they try to make you feel like, you should only be thinking about this thing that's going on in this job right now.
Yeah.
I swear sometimes somebody told me like, you can't, this, when you're here, like, this is the only thing that matters or some shit. I'm like, bro, like, this never matters.
You're nuts.
This is the only thing that
Folding
matters.
Clothes matters to you? Like, I get it. This is your world, and you're trying to please your the owners or whatever.
Yeah.
The fuck?
See, that's the thing, too. Yeah, like, the manager, if you're intimidated by your manager, they're just intimidated by
the owners.
Yeah.
So
trying to hit their quarterly sales.
And they're even more intimidated because that's like, that's they have their dental, they have their lives attached to this,
Yeah, when you're up there for sure.
Yeah,
somewhat.
I'm always friends with the big owners though.
Yeah,
because they know I don't do shit, and I'm like, yo, and then I'm just that guy. It's like, Jamal's cool. That was a good hire.
But they're not there, so they don't know.
Yeah, they don't know what's really going
You seem
on.
like a
You know,
chill
they just
dude.
see me actually folding clothes one day. I'm like, oh, what's up?
You just know when they're coming in.
You're always working when I come in, bro. And I'm like, yeah, man.
See, it's like easy things like that people don't get. Like,
Yep.
just work when, people
you're
are
being
watching.
watched.
people are around. Yeah,
I don't
That's
like.
it. If I'm out in the open, I'll work.
Dude.
But if I can find some time to go into a corner and pretend I'm folding some clothes, but I'm really just scrolling through Twitter.
They try to scare you with that secret shopper shit. Like,
That shit
Fuck
never
about no
real.
secret shopper,
That shit
bro.
never real.
I don't
Why
give
do they
no
need secret?
fucks.
All the shit's online.
yeah.
That doesn't make any. The secret shopper shit. What is it like? Someone from from head office or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Coming
Sometimes
over.
it's head office or they hire
some
like
dude.
some actual program that they
Yeah.
have for
Oh,
secret
okay.
shoppers, and I've had people come in.
I've been threatened with the secret shopper.
That'd be a fun
shit.
job to be just like.
I would do that shit.
Yeah, you just go into fucking stores.
Just
and-
walk around and buy some shit and just
Yeah.
look
Now,
at
how do you
people,
get that gig?
and you just test people. you
Yeah,
know? You
yeah,
just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yo, pick that up. Are you drop something on purpose? Yo, pick that up, yo.
You can't be too obvious though.
But people would just think you're an asshole.
Yeah.
You know, because they're not thinking about secret shoppers.
There
Yeah.
has been some people where I work. It's like some sketchy. They're asking way too many questions. Like, how are you asking me a question about this thing, and then the next question is this thing, and they're not related. And they're so random. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like what? Like
Yeah.
how are you shopping for this many things?
Yeah.
Like this doesn't make any sense. It's like you're asking me like I'm a catalog.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
So there's some sketchy shit. I know one time the new CEO of our company shopped and no one knew. Not even the managers, because no one knew what he looked like. Because he was like brand new, like he just got hired when the company changed owners. So the CEO was shopping at our store and we didn't even know. It was crazy. We heard about it like a week later. We're like, whoo!
Damn.
Like he was there. He just bought something. He walked out.
It's like undercover boss.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
crazy.
exactly.
Like, oh shit! I don't think I was in that day, but I was like, oh okay, whatever. Sure, someone was doing something stupid.
Yeah.
I'm sure someone was on their phone.
There was always a gripe I had with Undercover Boss, but I can't remember it right now. I had a hot take, but I can't remember.
The show?
Yeah.
Have I seen that? Yeah, I've seen that a couple times. I don't remember.
There's something I didn't like about it.
How it's fake.
Do you see? What's that other show? Is it on Discovery where it's like CEOs, like millionaires? They have what's it called? Like they have like for 90 days or something to turn $100 into like $1 million business or something like that.
There's a bunch of shows like
There's
that.
a
Yeah,
bunch like
yeah.
that, yeah.
There's a bunch like that. I know there's
I feel like they're just gonna be as
don't
like
know, Bar
disappointing
Rescue or
as
some
like
shit.
the Loch Ness kind of shows, you
Yeah,
know?
they're all dumb.
Yeah.
They're all really dumb. I don't know though. But yeah, yo, fuck your manager. Not literally.
well,
Super. Well, if you need to.
Yeah.
If you need to. No, I was about to snap. I was about to say the. I was about to snap, but I was.
Yeah.
what, like fuck a radio host?
But let's talk about that.
fuck a radio host.
But yeah, let's talk about that.
What about it?
Not fucking a radio host. Let's talk about like really doing everything to make your dreams come true. Like what are the lengths you guys would go to?
Okay.
Are you that obsessed with, doing what you want to do to fuck whoever you need to, or do the
Right.
drugs?
You're
talking about
that
what
you
are the
need to, be in the
extremes?
circles that you need to? Yeah, how extreme would you get?
How extreme?
I wouldn't do anything that I would regret for the rest of my life just to make it, you know what I mean? Like so I don't know what that means though.
I don't know. Like
Because there's probably a lot of shit that I would do just to get the bag.
what
at least
extremes
to,
would
you
I
know.
do or wouldn't do?
What'd you do?
Oh.
Like how wild would you get? Would you suck a dick?
Nah, chill. I might do a sex tape still.
A sex tape?
Yeah.
To make this happen.
I don't know why that would make this happen, but if it did, if at some point down the line I figure out that, you know what, an OnlyFans might help the career,
I do the OnlyFans.
I might
anyway,
have
just for the
to.
bag.
I might have to. How do those I don't want to talk about it too much, but how the fuck do those male OnlyFans dudes do it?
They do it great. They
They-
just fuck. They fuck
How
the
do they
OnlyFans
fuck?
girls.
How
I think
does
it's
that-
a good setup though?
How do you set that up without being weird?
Because they see you on OnlyFans. If you have you have to build the following. So you're gonna do a lot of jerk off videos or whatever.
So you gotta do a lot of like somewhat like, gay shit.
No, you don't do no gay shit. You just jerk off. You're just jerking off on camera and you post it.
Okay.
Is that gay? That's not gay.
No, it's not gay. You will attract that demographic though.
Is that a problem? If you're
It shouldn't be
a
it shouldn't be a problem.
You know what I mean?
It shouldn't be a problem. I'm just saying that's probably what you're gonna have to do.
No, but a lot of them, they'll just have sex with their girlfriends on there if their girlfriend doesn't want to have the OnlyFans. Or most of the times their girlfriend does have the OnlyFans too. They're just, the couple, but they have the separate accounts.
Yeah.
Or they'll have sex with the other OnlyFans girls. But there's a lot of girls, you know how it works. There's always creeper dudes out there. There's a lot of guys that are just creeps. So I've heard situations where some dudes were like fucking cool and everybody wants to work with them, and there's other guys that are just like they're not even recording. Like the girls will go over to fuck,
Oh shit.
and the guy's like, "Oh, I forgot to hit record," and then they're like, "Okay, like
Yeah.
that's fucked up."
Is that like
Because that's like breaching
that's
your
crazy.
trust.
That's
you know?
crazy. You
That's
forgot
not what
to hit
we're here for.
record.
We're not here for you just to smash.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But there's been
Like,
a lot of
it's-
situations
like the
where
girls
say
are
that.
going in looking at it as work. As silly as that may sound, it is work, right?
Yeah,
It's like they're
it is.
Yeah, sex
really
work,
just
yeah.
It's sex
yeah.
work.
I mean, I'm sure. Yeah, exactly. So it's just so I don't even know how. I guess you just gotta be as legit as possible, and not as creepy.
Gotta
and
get your
as
8-pack tatted up.
And it helps to be
You gotta get your rib tat.
okay. Okay, I gotta look like an R&B artist.
Basically,
Okay.
long dick.
I gotta look like a fucking. I gotta look like Safari or something.
Yeah, Safari, but less corny.
Yeah, like
And Safari has.
I gotta look
OnlyFans.
like Trey Songz or something.
Safari has an OnlyFans?
Minus
Yeah.
the peeing on people, but we'll get.
But Safari has the piece, you know. Remember he had the piece.
Yeah.
that
Okay.
everybody was talking about.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, that's why Nikki was with him.
Oh.
Didn't he get married or something?
Oh yeah, he got married
Yeah.
to Erica Mena. I watch Love and Hip Hop from time to time, so I kind of know these things. Sadly.
True.
But it's one of my guilty pleasures.
Anyways, what the fuck? Let's get back.
To what?
We're talking about extreme things we would do.
Oh yeah.
We went to the OnlyFans rabbit hole.
Oh yeah, we always do that.
OnlyFans is a rabbit hole, guys.
What would I do? I don't know. Honestly, there's not a lot of things I would do. I don't like being corny, and I feel like what I do. Like, okay, like we have to put this in a different scenario, you know?
Yeah, we can't be doing sex stuff. Like,
Yeah,
It's
sorry.
always sex stuff. It's always.
I know, but I know that's where my mind
Sex
went.
thing.
Too,
That just
yeah.
first came to
Yeah.
mind.
You know what that makes me think of? That
Well,
fucking
sex tape, bam.
the Fire Festival guy. Remember him?
Yeah.
He was about to suck some dude's dick. Remember for him to sign off on
I'm
the.
about to suck this guy's dick.
And he was on his way.
That was in the movie.
That was
right?
the-
Yeah. He almost did
That
it.
shit
He
was
was like, he
hilarious.
actually was like, I'm gonna suck his dick. And he went there.
For water bottles, man.
He had to suck dick for water bottles. That's crazy.
That's the definition of doing too much for your job, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Dude, that's crazy.
But yeah, enough for the sex things. That's crazy.
It just came to mind, I thought of Kim Kardashian, and then I was like, that's how she got up. And
Like,
a
what
lot-
if
a lot of people are doing it. So
like this company wanted to hire you, but they're like, oh, can you like post on your social media for like 3 weeks? We just want to see like our posts on there. Anything we send you, post it on your social media.
so basically, just like advertise for them.
yeah, on your account, stories and posts on your feed, and you keep those up there. Would you do that?
Yeah, because fuck Instagram. Yeah,
Yeah,
is that like too much or what? Like I think that's fine.
I don't know if I could do that.
For how long?
Like
For however long I want. Oh, okay.
couple
Yeah.
weeks.
See, but when you put the like hashtag ad or like hashtag sponsored by or whatever, it's clearly like just for the bag. So those don't.
You look like a
sometimes they
sellout.
don't look. No, you look like a sub, but sometimes you're like, oh, whatever. This person is just collecting the bag. It depends. I guess it depends.
Depends
yeah.
on, you just can't do it too often. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I don't
You-
care.
yeah.
Paid promotions don't bother me. When I see a creator doing paid promotions, it doesn't really bother me, right? I watch a lot of investing videos and people. There are companies that pay investing YouTubers to talk about their stock, literally, right?
yeah.
And they have to legally say that this
Yeah.
is paid promotion because they don't want people flooding there with false information. Paid promotion. So, but like, yeah, I mean, some YouTubers do that, and as long as they're, for example, not doing it too much, doesn't bother me that much. I understand they're trying to get the bag.
Yeah.
I hear these companies pay a lot too. Like some people are gonna pay like $5,000 to make a video about, oh, this stock is good, whatever. You know what I mean? So, whatever. For example, it's okay.
Okay, let's get back to the sex.
Nice.
We have to.
You must have had, yeah. I mean, that's where the conversation was going.
You crushing Weinstein if he's okay, fine. Weinstein's like, I just want to jerk off in front of you.
The fuck?
The Louis C.K. bro.
Yeah,
Fuck. I mean, I'm sure
Weinstein.
he did that too. I think.
yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Weinstein did it too. I remember those stories. Weinstein's
Shit.
like, I just want to jerk off in front of you, and we'll give you
Shit.
whatever
role in this
budget you
movie.
need for a movie.
Wow. Or we'll put you in this movie.
Yeah, or we'll get you on this. We'll get you in this movie.
That's crazy.
But then you gotta have the Weinstein Company in the beginning of your credits or whatever.
Yeah.
Is that like a label for like he fucking was a predator to me or whatever? That you see a fucking Weinstein.
He did something
He
to
did
somebody
something.
on that.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
trying to
yeah,
say.
yeah,
That's what I'm trying to say. When you see Weinstein pop up on the beginning of some of your favorite movies, you know someone was hurt in the process of the making of that movie.
Yeah.
It's very sad.
That's fucked.
We're laughing,
Yeah.
but it is sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not funny, but kind of.
It's when you think of it that way, it's I mean,
fucked up.
That's every
I'm not
single,
gonna say sorry for laughing because it's kind of.
that's
funny.
every Tarantino movie.
Yeah.
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 Damn.
Right? Pretty much.
And I mean, I heard things, nothing confirmed about Tarantino. I don't know if there was anything confirmed, but I
Tarantino
heard things
knew.
about him, and I would believe any of it because he's kind of a weird person.
And look at his face.
And he's got a real foot fetish.
Yeah, Tarantino's definitely a creep.
Yeah.
I think he might be whatever. I'm just
Most
gonna
of these
say
guys
it.
are, man.
I think he probably is low key.
Joe
But,
Biden's a creep.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Joe Biden?
Yeah.
Joe Biden.
Kissing girls.
But he's
on the
80
lips.
or whatever too. So
Yeah, he could just play off the old like senile old
Yeah.
guy move. You know those moves?
But he's out here kissing
Oh, I
little
didn't
girls
know
on
better.
the lips and shit. But hey, he's president.
Yeah.
So is Donald Trump.
Anyway, okay. Yeah. So yeah, not for long. The question is,
Weinstein, you get either this budget to this movie or they get you on the set, and we need an answer from you soon. All right. 10
no,
minutes.
I'm not
10
fucking.
minutes in a room with him. 10 minutes in a room with him.
That's a long ass time.
10 minutes.
Bro.
He's just gonna jerk off, and he's gonna be like, "All right, cool."
Oh! I don't have to touch him.
No. He's gonna jerk off
Uh,
in front of you, but you need to watch.
you gotta watch. I
Yeah.
can't like be. I
Till you
can't be.
finish it.
I can't be playing.
You
Like,
can't beat your meat either.
no, I can't be like on Twitter. You know, like
No,
just-
you have to watch.
Can't be filming it
No, you have to watch.
and then sell it later
Are you doing it?
to like TMZ or whatever.
10 minutes, Ian. No
Yeah,
one's gonna know.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Damn.
Y'all just lost so much respect for me.
Hear that, guys? That's Ian McGilvery.
For what do I get to be in a movie or to direct a movie?
You get to be in a movie, or you get a budget
Yeah.
for a movie. Whatever budget
Fuck,
you want
yo.
for a movie, you know.
Fuck it, yeah.
Damn, I couldn't. How about you, Kevin? No,
I have no
Yes?
shame.
No?
I don't
I'm
know, man.
shameless,
It's Weinstein.
bitch.
Weinstein. But is it like so? This would have to be before the whole Me Too era, right? Because you couldn't do it and then automatically, come after him afterwards.
Come after him.
Yeah.
As long as he's not touching me, I'm fine. Like
No, it's
I'm not that fine, but I'm a
it's-
little more okay with
like
it.
like so you can't talk about it for the rest of life. You know what I mean? Like is that
You
one
can't
of the
talk about
yeah,
it.
that's
But
one of the
it might come
stipulations.
out.
Right.
Yeah, when I'll be one of those people that when everyone's exposing, I'll just come out of nowhere and be like, oh yeah.
Or he just
One time he
videotaped
made
it and
me-
it got leaked. Or
One
something.
time
Yeah.
I had to. Oh god. Anyways,
Yeah, let's cut it.
Lost Talks Podcast, episode 65. All right. Let's take a sip of this Swell.
Swell.
We're sponsored by Swell.
When are we getting us?
We need that travel mug sponsor, you know? That'd be kind of cool.
We're gonna get a sponsor this
We need
year.
something.
I was gonna say like, should we? Is that that's the last
We're going hard this
last
year.
and talks resolution?
According to
is,
Audio Mac,
sponsor.
we have 20,000 monthly listeners. So apparently, that's what it said. I don't know if that's true. I think that's bullshit, but that's what it fucking said on our account.
You know, I was actually thinking about that tweet that Voldemort posted. Or I don't like to call him Voldemort. He's more of a Malfoy.
True.
I don't know what you're talking about. We're going.
Malfoy's dad. What's his name? I can't even remember.
Lucius.
Lucius.
Yeah.
That's what we'll call him from now on.
By the way, watch our reactions to Harry Potter.
Yeah. on
Harry
YouTube.
Potter reactions on
Yeah,
YouTube.
next one's coming just now. Lucius. You remember that tweet Lucius made about him starting his podcast and comparing it to ours?
Yeah.
I thought about that yesterday as well.
Oh yeah.
Someone did that?
Lucius did, yes.
Who the fuck's Lucius?
Come on, Ian. You gotta catch up with the times.
My guy, I'm a little
Yeah.
slow, you know?
Lucius.
Go on.
Lucius Malfoy.
Fuck. God damn.
I was thinking about that, and it just pisses me off. Like, that's how you know someone's fake, you know?
Yeah.
When they try to compare audiences,
Yep.
and you're just like, dude, your audience is... I don't even know how many times bigger than this.
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah.
And, yeah, you just did one
Yeah.
podcast
With one of the biggest artists.
with one of the biggest artists in the world,
Yeah.
not the world, in Canada,
Yeah.
in Toronto.
I didn't want to. Yeah, I didn't want to.
I'm gonna bring it
chill,
down.
chill,
just-
chill,
Yeah, I didn't want to
chill.
get that specific, but
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it
It's fine,
down.
Yeah,
You can say Toronto.
I'm gonna say Toronto.
sure, yeah.
One of the biggest artists in Toronto. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
Yeah.
how are you gonna compare our podcast?
We've literally only had us on this show, and like,
Yeah,
we
We've
don't
started this
advertise
shit,
it.
We
and-
started this shit from the bottom. We don't.
Yeah.
We don't handle social media that
Yep.
well. We're just doing the podcast.
Basically.
You know,
I mean, I might step it up this year. with it.
we are
Yeah.
stepping it up this year. The podcast,
And you know, it's an important point to make too about like, I think people on the outside might think of this a lot of us, and I think I've gotten that a lot too, where it's like people are like, oh, why don't you promote harder? Why don't you go harder on the promotion?
Someone said that?
Yeah,
People, yeah,
Okay.
people,
Okay.
people come up. Yeah, people. You
Yeah.
know, sometimes
People say all the time.
I'll get a DM and people be like, "Oh, your music's so crazy."
Yeah, you
like
should
I
promote
showed
it
it to some
more.
people, and like they're like they thought you were famous, and like you know,
Okay.
yeah, you should promote it more. And it's always like I you know, it's in a DM. I'm not going to be able to explain to you why.
What- yeah.
Yeah, what led to all of that, but like. Even you not knowing our story or my story, it's like I think you shouldn't put pressure on artists like that. Like you, if I'm telling you that I want to work on the quality of my work before I start going hard on promotion and stuff, then
there's a
just
reason why it sounds
respect
like that.
Yeah,
There's a reason why it sounds so good. It's
Yeah.
because you're putting your time and attention elsewhere.
Yeah, it's hard. It's not fair to tell an artist that's really running the whole show on their own to do the marketing and the actual art.
Yeah.
It's tough to manage both. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I mean, that's why sometimes, that's why we get managers and
yeah.
assistants and stuff and interns, you know what I'm saying? Hit us up for the internship.
See, and my whole philosophy has been like I'm not gonna actively seek out a manager. Like I don't think we should. You shouldn't like see somebody in your sights. I mean, sometimes it's nice, you know, when you have
Yeah.
like somebody you look up to, be like, I'm gonna get to that person. But when it's like only for the clout, it's not for the actual like growing experience of it or anything, or like knowing that you're gonna make something quality. If you're just like, I want to, you know, ride this person's back, basically, like it's not gonna help you, you know, especially with like trying to find a manager or something like that. Like it doesn't work.
And I don't think, and only Ian would know this, I don't think Lucius has posted a podcast since.
Yep.
I don't believe so.
So isn't
unless
there a
it's-
difference if you've posted one podcast and yeah, you got a bunch of listens?
Yeah, versus doing like 65 episodes consistently.
Yeah.
Pretty as consistent.
Yeah, there's consistency, and then you already having an audience, having a platform, having all the people that want to listen to you, and one of the biggest artists in the city come onto your first episode.
Yeah.
And then not dropping anything since.
Yeah.
yeah.
Other
Yeah.
than a website.
Yeah. Isn't the consistency and the growth more important than the
For sure.
what
For
you do?
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I don't know.
I would
You know what I mean?
I would think so.
yeah, I don't know.
And it's also makes no
You
sense.
guys
And
let
I'm
me
sure
know.
I'm sure there's been a tweet after about that too, about like consistency and quality over quantity. I'm
know?
sure a tweet like that has been made to
Yeah.
some effect, you know?
Yeah, and then also it's just so weird to me that with so much success right off the bat, how the fuck are you not continuing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless it was literally done to just be like, yeah,
Spiteful.
fuck you. You know
Who's
what I
that
mean?
spite?
Like unless that's the
Because
reason.
because
And you had no
Lucius
intentions.
knew
Yeah.
we wanted to talk with that person.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Lucius.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna call him. I think that's a perfect.
So that's the
name.
dude with the white ass hair.
Yeah, the long, beautiful, the long.
With
That dude's a
the
racist.
Yeah, he's a racist.
Oh yeah. The original white supremacist.
yeah, yeah, pretty much.
It's so ironic, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was thinking about that literally yesterday, and I was getting a little hot inside. I'm just like, how dare you like even try to compare
And
that
then-
stuff, and then post it online and
And
act
then
like
still
it's something.
and then still try to go online and present yourself as this you know, like this person who cares
yeah.
only about the I don't want to say the fucking logo, the slogan, but that is what it is.
yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly.
That's what we're talking about,
you
right?
know.
Yeah.
But for the C word,
Yeah.
you went and got this person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. And that's why, like, it never really bothered me. But just thinking about it sometimes, I'm just like,
It comes up in my
it's
head
just like
once in a while
it's
too.
just
Yeah.
like, what type of points are you trying to make? Because all it is, he's trying to look good in front of people that don't know the situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Because all of them are like, oh yeah, congrats, da 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 da. Stick it to them.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
They don't even know the context.
Yeah.
yeah, you
Because
don't know
the context was never it was never really made public. Just very we kind of
We handled that well behind the scenes.
Yeah.
we
I'm actually glad that
if you really you
Yeah.
have to do some hardcore digging, guys, to
Or you just
really
gotta know.
to understand You're actually a true fan if you know exactly what we're talking about. Like, that means you follow us properly. I'm just saying, like, it's true. Like, if you're just like a casual listener of ours, you know, you're not gonna know. But
There's been drama.
But if you know, you know. If you know, you know.
There's been some drunk talk, some slurs.
I don't know how it got.
Not racial slurs, but
No,
some
no.
slurred.
Not
speech.
never.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, no, I was just thinking about that. I'm just like, that's so corny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just happy I'm not corny like that.
Like, I don't need to. I've never had the impulse to be like, I don't even know what's going on in your head when you're like, I'm gonna tweet this and
I'm
like,
gonna compare myself to people.
That's crazy. That's so like, yeah,
To my however many followers.
just immature. Like,
Yeah, it's very immature.
very egotistical as well. Like, it's very a lot of things.
Yeah, it's just some, you know, you can just tell that person's, you know, those are their true colors. They want to make themselves feel
Yeah.
better about themselves.
it's like, you know, you're bragging to a 5-year-old that you can fucking lift more weights than them.
Yeah, literally.
In a way,
Or
yeah.
I could beat you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
We're-
when
we're the
you used to see,
5-year-old.
Yeah, like people, like, you know, when you used to see like kids like that who were older and they would like just go up to younger kids and just
Yeah.
bully them just for the satisfaction that they could
Yeah.
bully younger kids. And
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, you're bigger than a kid who's 2 years younger than you, but you're bigger than the kid who's your age.
It's like bragging
No.
about,
exactly.
it's bragging about like beating your cousin who's like fucking this tall in basketball.
Yeah.
You're just like fucking
Yeah.
stuffing on their face.
It's
and
like,
it's
okay,
like, yeah,
cool.
dope.
And like you're
sure
playing, you know, you're playing like your cousin's playing with whatever their cousin, and
Yeah.
you're playing with LeBron, or you know, you're playing,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
playing
yeah.
with a basketball player.
Yeah,
You're playing with an
exactly.
NBA
Let's
player.
not call them LeBron.
Yeah,
you
no,
know?
an NBA. You're playing with an NBA player. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Or your son goes to school with Harry Potter. You know, and your son comes back with some talents and he's just comparing himself to this other kid that's just not even a wizard.
yeah,
It's just dumb.
Yeah.
It's dumb. It's dumb.
But things like that pushed me harder. So
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm just happy we're out of that situation. But the best of Lucius and all his endeavors. I'm seeing he's making some updates to
Yep.
certain things, so that's
Yep.
good to see.
Yep.
And yeah, best to Lucius. You know, Malfoy. Congrats.
Yeah.
Do your thing. And congrats on other things that are gonna be happening
For sure.
this year as well. Family.
Yeah. In fact, that's the only honest, genuine thing that that I mean about this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything else, yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of yeah.
yeah.
So shout out Lucius, yo.
Anyways, what the fuck were you talking about before that?
Exposure dollars.
Ooh, okay. So this is a topic that I saw on Clubhouse because people were just talking about it. And naturally, when you join a Clubhouse room, they're not talking about what the fucking title of the thing.
Most of the time.
Most of the time, it's on some tangent, whatever. But exposure dollars. This is something that is thrown. This term is thrown around a lot in the creative industry, whether you're like a photographer, filmmaker, musician, whatever. People want to pay you an exposure, and they think that's good enough. Like they think that is worth it. Like whoever's hiring you or whoever's giving you an opportunity believes that exposure is a form of payment. Mm-hmm. The question is it?
No.
And if it is something should you take at any point in your career?
Yes and no.
So yeah, that's where I'm kind of like not always against it. I think because I'd be a hypocrite if I said no, because I have definitely, or I'm an idiot.
You've gotten finessed, yes.
Maybe I've gotten finessed.
We've all gotten finessed that way. With
Maybe
that
I've gotten
exposure.
finessed. Maybe, and it's almost hard to tell whether taking a job that gave me exposure was even elevated my career in any way.
Yeah.
I guess it hasn't, since I'm not gonna say I'm in the same spot, but I'm definitely not up. You know what I mean? So
You weren't exposed.
I wasn't
People that you're
exposed.
supposed to be
I was exposed to experience. That's about it. That's why in the early stages of whatever you're trying to do, if someone's offering you exposure, take it as maybe more of experience. So I think
Or
experience,
just understand that you're probably gonna get fucked over. So
Yeah.
just try and get what you can out of it.
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah.
And get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Get the fuck
Quick.
Because I mean the
Right.
other side of it too is like you don't want to be that person who turns down offers. So that's always kind of what comes in my head
And
sometimes.
that's what
too,
it
you know?
that's I think that's a little fear in the back of
Yeah.
your head where it's
That's
just
me.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're just like, oh, this opportunity could lead to this, and this
Especially
could
when
lead to
you're
that.
young.
That's
and
what you're
when you're
thinking.
just starting out too, right? Like you don't realize like not that it comes often, but like they come around. You know, you just got to know when you're ready.
I mean, yeah.
You know?
So when you're a music video director, right, or whatever, you're shooter, director, your first projects are going to be likely for free, or you might even put money into it, right? And we've talked about we've said that that's okay.
Yeah.
Right. And then now, are you doing this video for yourself, for them, for exposure? Are you thinking about exposure in the future? You know, because I'd be lying if I said we haven't done a video for artists that we think is talented and might go somewhere, thus being exposed, thus the exposure coming back to us. And we've done these videos for no money in our pockets, right? So
And then the artist got big and left.
So that's and then you got to think about, well, maybe it might have been our fault. Like maybe the relationship wasn't good. Maybe we didn't build the best relationship with them that we thought. Or maybe they're snake. So, you know, or maybe they just
The way I look at it is,
saw someone better than us.
there are in most situations the exposure is not worth it. It's just going to cause you a lot of pain and stress. Just trying to think that, oh, this exposure is going to mean something. I've done photo shoots for exposure where the likes that I got back were even trash. You know, I didn't even get no fucking followers off that shit, even though the person said, I'm going to expose you to my 20,000 followers on Instagram.
They told you that going into it. They're like, oh yeah, I have followers. Like when I post it, tag you.
Yeah. And you think, oh, okay, that's just cool.
I'd
love to.
Oh, yeah, Ian had a rant on this, or not a rant, but a little tiff on this on Instagram one time, right? About not tagging.
Oh, yeah. The no tags too.
Yeah, the no tags. Fuck. That happens a lot. A lot of celebrities do that too, actually.
For sure, yeah.
Actually, the bigger the artist, the less likely you're going to get a tag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see Kylie Jenner tagging her photogs? No.
Yeah.
But her photogs are probably fucking millionaires anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But anyways, where was I going with that? I lost my train of thought.
Fucking Weinstein. No, what were we saying? Exposure, and then doing shoots for exposure.
Yeah.
And then not getting likes or follows off of it.
Right. So sorry, that's what I was gonna say. So Instagram, I'll just tell people right away, like you're gonna do a video, you're gonna do a project or a photo shoot, whatever, for someone who has 20,000 followers, for example, and they're gonna post you and tag you. That tag isn't gonna get you shit. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
Like I don't care. Like unless they gotta have millions of followers to even get followers back.
Or like the only way you're getting a follow off of that is, again, if it's one of people like us. Because I'm the man that'll look at the photography and be like, oh, you're sick, and then swing you a follow. Or if I see like somebody's cover art and they're tagged in it, then me. But I don't know anybody else that does that.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
exactly.
So whoever the hell is offering you exposure, you got to think about whether their target audience, their audience is going to fuck with your shit. You know what I mean? Think of it this way. If you're fucking shooting something for some chef, is all the chefs gonna start following you that follow that person?
Yeah.
Because you shot a video for their food? Probably not.
Exactly.
Unless their person specifically looking for a video, you're not gonna get a ton of followers, for example. So I mean, and it's just in general, the conversions is so bad with Instagram where for that tag that you get on another person's account, they need like lots of followers. Talking like 100,000 plus followers even.
That's the only situations where I've seen it work out.
Yeah, like when Drake shouts you out, you're gonna get 5,000 followers in a fucking day. We've seen it happen. I've seen Drake post fucking stories of girls doing TikToks to his song, and they've gotten like they've literally tripled their followers in a week. You know what I mean? Like I'm talking, it took them like I saw their followers grow to 5,000. It took them 2 years. Then it went from 5,000 to 20,000 in 1 day and 1 week because of that Drake shout out. But that's Drake. So the shout outs like that, like crazy shout outs like that will get you followers. That's like true exposure, right? But that's like superstar exposure. You know what I mean? Someone with 20K isn't going to get you a lot of followers. You might get 20.
Yeah. And those kinds of
Then they
tags,
might unfollow you.
those aren't even exposure dollars, right? Like you can't reach for those things. Those are like when a Drake posts something that he likes, that's when people follow too, because it's like, hey, this is, something I fuck with.
Yeah.
Whereas when it's just like a photographer tag, like you said, like who who's looking for those tags? Like, who's looking for photographers of like people on Instagram? Like, nobody follows people like
not
that.
there.
You know?
There's people doing that, but there's not enough.
Exactly.
That
yeah.
it's gonna like.
And it's
pay
usually
the
other
bills.
creatives, you know.
Yeah, it's not clients. It's other creatives.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you might get a little bit of followers, but it's not like followers is not money, and
Yeah.
and followers is not real life. So, you know what I mean? Someone with 30,000 followers could be making jack shit, and then someone with 5,000 followers doing the same in the same industry, making similar content, could be making bare money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a good point. Like, especially now with the Instagram like revamp and stuff,
Yeah.
more than ever, like followers and shit only matter if you're finding a way to make money from it, right? Like,
There's tons of photographers that I know that are professional photographers that I follow. You know, they shoot for agencies, they shoot for brands like Nike and Adidas and Montclair and Gucci, and they have like 10K. Mm-hmm. They have like 10K. Is 10K, when you look at a count with 10K, do you think of a extremely successful person? No, you for some reason you think of like a person with like a good amount of followers, but they're not. They can't be rich. But that's bullshit because I know photographers that don't have a lot of followers and they're making
because they never
six
needed
figures.
to use Instagram as like
because their work was so
tool.
good before, and
Yeah.
they're a little older, so they just weren't on Instagram
Yeah.
before anyways.
Yeah.
They already built their career without it.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. So which can be done. You can build a career without Instagram, believe it or not. I know it's hard to think. It's hard to think about it.
It's
like that,
easier.
right?
It's not easier now, but it's more accessible now to do it. And I think it's just because that's what the world that we live in. Like that's what we know. So it's where you want to go, right? Like I always think that I don't know if we'd be making music if like SoundCloud and YouTube and shit didn't exist. You know, right?
Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't be as easy for you to. You wouldn't have this inspiration of seeing other people do it.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you had to do the mixtape and present the mixtape to a label and
yeah, like that's
get
a
a yes or a
different
no.
process,
Like that's
right?
literally
Yeah.
I don't even know how it goes, but
Yeah.
that's how it was before. So
Yeah.
for all that shit.
Yeah. The exposure is rarely ever worth it.
Rarely, yeah.
But like the examples we've just given, if you are you do get the opportunity to work with somebody actually big and they're actually the person. So like let's say fucking The Weeknd, you know, somebody from EXO contacts you and they say The Weeknd wants this from you, do it.
Yeah.
If somebody
You can't say no to that.
But if somebody from EXO contacts you and say that they have an artist in EXO that wants don't do it.
Yeah.
say they have an artist or they have an affiliate who's
Yeah.
doing an event at this club and he wants you to shoot photos for it.
Don't.
For free.
Don't do it.
No.
Don't do it. You're not gonna meet Abel. You're not meeting Lamarck. You're not meeting Nav. No. It's going to be regular art community people. You're going to see your friends there.
If you don't need the experience, too. Like if you know you can get something out of it beyond like the
That was my
money or
point.
whatever, then that's fine.
Or you're still in the portfolio building phase.
Yeah.
Of course. Then, for example, when you're in the portfolio building stage, you know, you can shoot that thing for EXO and then slap the EXO logo on your website.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then that looks kind of sick.
Yeah.
Because it's not a lie, you did do something EXO related.
There is a and this is just an example of exposure dollars going the right way. There's this 3D animator named Flaneus Poon. He is one of the old designers, I believe, for Novo Toronto, if anybody remembers them.
I think so.
But basically, he's a 3D animator now, and he literally just did a video for Soulja Boy, for Stove, one of Soulja Boy's songs, and he's from Toronto. And he gained bare followers off of that. People are now asking him about, you know, doing jobs for them now. And he even held a fucking like a Q&A on his fucking Instagram stories where he's able to answer a bunch of people's questions because he got so many followers. And I don't remember if he was at this much or even close to this much before, but now he has 14.5K followers. And before, I think he had like less than 10K. And off of that job, and that's somebody big. When Soulja Boy, hits you up, says he wants a video, yes, you're going to do it. You know what I mean? Those are exposure.
Like, you're actually shooting for Soulja Boy.
Yeah, when you're
That's
actually
different.
doing it.
That's different.
You know what I mean? When he actually hits you up, or somebody on his team actually hits you up.
And that's the thing. Like,
that.
you mentioned the EXO example, and this is like, that example is a real like life example.
Yeah, that happens.
A lot of labels, and I've noticed this, a lot of labels are brands that have just like hype around them, like EXO and OVO, and for example, whatever. Those are the ones in our city, or wherever you live. they a lot of time they use their status and their name to get creators to fucking that don't know any better to do things for cheap.
Yeah.
Oh, right, or nothing.
Because they know what things cost. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they
You know
know
what I
where
mean?
how to save the money. Right?
Yeah, so they're penny pinching off people who are drooling over the name of working for this company. You know what I mean? Because they know.
People
You know what
do
I mean?
that now.
Yeah.
We just had a recent client that tried to pull the whole exposure. A lot of people are gonna see this thing. You're gonna love to shoot at this place. It's gonna be big. You know who recorded here? Da, 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 da. They try to big up this whole fucking shoot for us.
And that's the other part of it too, is like when you are those people who get finessed in these opportunities, don't go and brag about it, because mans who know can see through it.
Exactly.
Like, we've been finessed too. We know when you're just
I
trying
know
to
when
you're trying to package
and I'm
a finesse.
to you and I'm like finesse, finesse,
Yeah,
finesse,
yeah.
finesse, finesse.
Yeah.
I don't like you even more now.
Yeah.
You know, that's all I'm hearing is
Yeah.
just negativity come out of your mouth, even though you think it's a big deal. I don't care what studio we're shooting at your music video.
It doesn't mean
at.
shit.
I don't care what car
Bro,
we
this
have.
like that studio, can I just say, I'm not gonna say the name of the studio, whatever, but bro, anyone could shoot, anyone could record there.
Yeah.
You just pay them the fucking rate.
Yeah, they have
Yeah,
a rate.
exactly.
Yeah, and it's
not
pretty.
an
It's pretty reasonable.
and
It's
like,
not an
That's what it is.
exclusive
Yeah.
studio. Just saying.
That person
Go
thought
on.
we were gonna be in awe because we walked into this nice studio. It was a nice studio.
It's a nice studio. Yeah.
Very nice studio.
Yeah, it's
nice vibes, you know what I mean? But I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm not recording here anytime soon.
Yeah.
I'm recording at Kevin's.
Yeah.
like this shit doesn't matter to me. I don't care who we're around. I don't care who that fucking guy is sitting at the fucking the fucking mixer or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care who he is. I don't care that he worked with Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
What does that do for me? What do you,
See, things like that too, especially in the music industry, like
I'm not impressed by that
engineers.
anymore.
When if you work at a studio, your credits are gonna be crazy just because
Yeah.
people are gonna come in and they're
Yeah.
and that's
it's
not
just
your
how it
choice.
goes.
People are just coming in.
Yeah, it's not like fucking Future came in and saw him as like, I want this person mixing
No,
my
they
record.
came in and this guy was here.
Yeah,
and
they were working.
They
that
were
day.
they were working.
that was
They were
their shift.
scheduled that
Yeah,
day.
he was just scheduled for.
Yeah, they got a sweet gig, you know.
Exactly.
They get to record for whoever the fuck walks in,
Yeah.
which one day might be a dude who's terrible, and the next day, because I'm sure
Well,
he's mixed for a bunch of people
you
who
know,
are garbage.
Out of imagine out of 20 sessions a month, I'm sure 18 of them are garbage.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah, you know.
You're only getting in a couple of good sessions, and
Yeah.
other than that, you're like, all right, well, this job is not what I thought it was. So I'm
Yeah.
just gonna record my own
Exactly.
music here,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which it was
which is what most of them do.
exactly, and I completely get it. But they're not bragging about who they've worked with.
Yeah,
No,
because
only-
they know once they figured it out. Oh yeah, it's just not that cool.
Yeah.
Facts.
But then it is, people try to use that. I don't know. It's fucking whack. It's corny shit to me. Like,
And it kind of goes back to like the like bigging up something that it is. It's like you know when like it's like the boss thing, like being intimidated. Like when you are around a celebrity enough or like somebody who thinks they're famous, like it just like that's why those engineer guys, you can't be phased by that too. That's why they don't brag about it, because they can't be coming into work every day and be like, oh my god, like I can't believe I'm working with this person.
Yeah.
Like you're working with this person. Like
Yeah,
they're right
it is
there.
what it is, yeah.
They're just a person.
just a person at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, those exposure dollars, 90% of the time, that's just not gonna work out for you.
No.
I feel like we've had better opportunities where things just happen naturally.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you should be seeking, even though you shouldn't be seeking something happening naturally. But yeah, just look for more natural relationships and work on those actual relationships, because all this hype around who's going to be in the studio or who you're shooting with that day or who you're going to be able to record the song with that day is not a big deal.
Yeah.
Focus
Focus on building something yourself, like
Yeah.
stop trying to just capitalize on something that's already happening.
You ever heard a song or you ever had an artist that you really fucked with and then you saw that they got this big feature and then you hear the song and it's like the feature they just called in?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what that is.
Yeah.
Like it's that same type of just disappointment.
Yeah.
Where you're just like, oh, like this is a fucking, he just dropped 8 bars.
Yeah.
Like that was it.
Yeah.
It says Kendrick Lamar, but he dropped just an 8 bar and we already heard this verse on a
Yeah.
freestyle.
Kendrick does
before.
that a lot.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that would just suck. And
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
exposure is.
Yeah.
It's just cool.
Yeah.
Congrats. You got Kendrick on the song and he gave you 8 bars that we've heard before.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah.
You gave him all your money and he spent 6 seconds on it.
Yeah. And he just and he didn't even come to the studio. You
Yeah.
never met him.
Yeah.
He phoned it in. He did it. He literally did it. You had to hold the phone up to the mic, and he did it over the phone for you. Like, yeah, most of those situations just don't work out. Trust us, we've been there in all types of scenarios, whether that be with recording with people, music, shooting a video, shooting photos, thinking we are going to be able to do business and have a conversation with some people about, making stuff happen in the community. No, it's not what you think it is. Rarely ever is. And just don't get your hopes up too high for them. That's it.
People usually only hop in or go all in when they see something else is established. So if you're not established and they're not established, or if they are established, then then they don't see anything that they can get out of you except free labor, basically.
And that's where they it's just, bro, it's literally a sales tactic. Well, I'm successful to some degree. I can see you're still on the come up. I can offer you.
Yeah, it's like selling
it's like selling a product. Some
of
my success.
Yeah.
Give it to you, and I don't have to pay you. Blessed.
Yeah.
And then when you give me the product, I'll just say, "Oh, it wasn't as good as I thought it was," and then just dip.
See, a good thing to know is like
Not reply to your emails.
what are they getting out of it? They're telling you what you're getting out of it. You're getting this lifetime opportunity, to get exposure that you could never get before. But what are they getting from you? Why did they hit you up? And like, what is it about you that you need to be a part of this project?
Yeah.
Especially if you're a nobody,
This just goes to, it's just knowing your worth,
See, because if it's a decent company, they might be able to tell you like, hey, like we know that, we see something in you and we think you could use a little bit more experience, something like that. You want to hear something like that.
Yeah,
like,
they don't. If they said that, maybe, but it's just like, if if you actually, they'll hit you. If they're hitting you up, for some reason you hope that they like your work.
Yeah,
they like some element or something you've created on your page or whatever, and that's why they're hitting you up, because they're hoping to get something either similar or something of that quality. But if they like that and they're hitting you up for it, why aren't they willing to pay you for it, even if it's just a little bit? And I don't understand that. And it's just like, I mean, unless like they actually can't pay you. But then if they can't, that's too bad, because you're supposed to have exposure. If you have all this potential to expose me to something greater, why don't you have money for it?
For this,
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. So are you just finessing me?
Yes.
That's what you're doing. Thank you.
Yeah.
So that's what you're doing, and we see through that.
Yeah,
so,
it's a very easy thing, but I know that I can think back to 10 years ago, and these aren't things that are easily understandable. But
once you get it, once it happens to you once or twice, you're like, okay.
Yeah, you're like, okay,
But then some people, like people we've worked with before, will give you a speculation of exposure. Like, if this blows up, you will blow up with it. Well, fuck, that's like investing in a fucking penny stock, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? It could go up or down or fucking crash, and
Getting lottery tickets every day.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
it's like a lottery. It's like a lottery ticket.
I don't just
literally.
sit down and play lottery then.
Let's do the lottery ticket
Become
example.
a professional gambler then.
That's even harder. That's even less likely to win than a penny stock. Let's do that. Yeah, because okay, you're giving me this speculation of that. Oh, if I shoot this video for you and this song blows up, then what am I going on tour with you next year? Is that what's gonna happen?
And then my favorite line, especially for the videographers and photographers out there, is man, like I'm the type of person that wants to like bring my people with me. Like we grinded before the thing, so like we're gonna do this together when I get big. No, they don't, man.
Rarely does
why?
that happen.
Because it's not their option.
Exactly. They don't have any say in that shit,
The label doesn't
bro.
give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
The label's like, no. Director X is...
You think they're in the
on the line.
You think they're in the meeting like, like, yo, we just gave you 5 minutes. Like, oh, I got to bring my whole team, bro.
No.
They're not thinking about you in those fucking meetings, bro.
They don't care about those random dudes you were with who are your friends.
Ariana Grande needs your feature, sir. That's what they need right now. They don't want to bring your photographer friend who helped you with the come up from the city.
Maybe if you're independent, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Because there are some people who are independent who shoot with the same dude. I'll give Russ. Russ has been shooting with that same guy since day one.
That's independence. Yeah,
But
that's like, I'm sure that's like, those are like, those are close relationships. These aren't things where it's like, a guy just told you to hop on the set.
No,
and then
no. This is like me. This is like when you blow up.
Exactly.
And then we shoot your videos.
This isn't me. Yeah.
It's that relationship.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So
which you should know. You should be able to judge, like, okay, how close am I to this person? To like, you shouldn't even have to ask in that situation. Like, if this person blows up, like, am I coming with them? Like, you should just know.
yeah, if it's that if it's that feeling that you have, like,
yeah,
at least you hope unless you got some fake friends around you, but
And even if you're not going with them, then you understand the situation.
exactly.
yeah. That's a great one. And we're gonna grow together. Like,
Yeah.
I'm looking for someone to grow with. You're right, man. As soon as you get signed, like, I don't think all those people, maybe your main manager and that's about it. A couple entourage mans, but like anyone you were kind of working with creatively is probably getting cut.
Exactly.
And that's, I think, what happened to us with before.
He almost said the name. I heard it.
That's what. That's what happened to us.
With the before. With the before.
That's what happened to us. I believe. That's what happened to us. So
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
it is what it is.
And it's totally fine because I understand it because I'm just like, I get it.
Yeah.
When labels get involved and stuff like that, they don't give a fuck about no lost nostalgia. Again,
Yeah.
it's who's big right now? Kid. You know how many clients have gone to us and then gone to like Kid right after? You know what I mean? So it's just like, it's cool because we're just like sick. Like,
Yeah.
I guess we're your cheap.
Yeah,
alternative.
the thing that shows that
stepping
artists
stone.
have
Yeah.
the quality to get to that next level.
Fucking
Yeah,
sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
That's why we gotta charge more.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
yeah,
Because if we're gonna be that guy, we're at least making bank.
exactly. I might as well make some money off of that.
yeah.
Fuck that.
And also, the mans that talk about that exposure, check their views, Because the man that we had recently that was talking about exposure and hyping up the locations and this and that, he's pulled one 13K video, and the rest are under 2K.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's that? What's that to you? You know, what's 1,000?
Which are like my numbers. And
Well,
I've never
Yeah.
told anybody that they're gonna gain anything off of me.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. What's 1,000 views?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
I mean, like, from how growth works, it's usually exponential unless you go viral. And to speculate you're going to go viral means you're not going to go viral.
Yeah.
Because no one knows when they're going viral.
Exactly.
So you can't tell me this is going to be big, thinking, and by big you mean viral, when you don't fucking know that.
If
'Cause
they
no
don't
one
have-
knows. Lil Nas X didn't know he was going to go fucking viral.
If they don't have
Like,
more
you know what I mean?
views than our K-pop reaction,
Yo.
we have over 100K views on a K-pop reaction.
That's
if they don't
legit.
have more than that, don't talk to them.
That's
bro.
legit.
It's
That's
not exposure.
And that was legit. That was real YouTube algorithm
yeah.
Yeah.
feeding that shit. That was real.
If they don't have
crazy.
more than the Taylor Swift video that we did that kind of went viral, if you will, because we were just hating on her, don't talk to them, man. It's not worth your time.
Or at least, if they don't have like the 100K video yet, at least if, there's growth in the numbers.
In the numbers.
What we mean
Yeah.
by don't talk to them is we don't talk to them about doing shit for free.
That's
what
you
we
could
mean.
do shit. You could do
Yeah,
shit.
That's what we mean.
Just
Make
charge
them
them.
pay.
Yeah,
Yeah, just
exactly.
charge
We're not
Yeah,
saying we're
charge
not going to shoot with people who don't get under 100K.
Your exposure means nothing.
Relax.
I'm looking at your numbers.
I think
and
you need
there's
This is
been
a business
no growth.
transaction. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's no other currency involved
Yeah,
right now.
yeah, there's yeah.
Yeah.
We're not. Yeah, sorry. We shouldn't. We're sounding like we're just saying don't work with them ever. No, we're just saying charge them.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
We're saying charge them.
Yeah.
You can
Charge
go ahead
them
and
what your rate is.
you could work with the scrubs. You could do all that. Just charge them.
Yeah.
Don't listen to that exposure speech. I don't care if it's being put on 6buzz. Bro.
Yeah.
There's mans on 6buzz that are pulling.
And then the thing too is
okay.
if they're hitting you with that exposure shit and then they only have the 1K, but then they're still willing to pay, it's more likely than not it's going to be a problem with the payment,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
As you've
We've
experienced.
always gone.
Yeah.
yeah.
One day I'm gonna have to teach these guys how to send an email, an aggressive one.
Yeah. That's a good.
It's a skill, man.
Yeah.
He has a really good skill. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll save that for another time.
Yeah, I've really learned how to send a good aggressive email when people try to finesse and try not to pay you and stuff like that. And I don't know. I feel like I haven't lost one of those battles yet.
Yeah.
I think I'm out of the emails I've sent. I want to say there's about 7 or 8 of them that I've
Bro,
sent.
you're fucking almost Mayweather with that shit. Like,
Bro,
you're
honestly,
like
I've never lost.
15-0 on that one.
Real shit. Like I'm like 8-0. I'm not gonna hype myself. I'm like 8-0 when it comes to the emails where you're trying to finesse me and I reply to you.
Yeah.
If you see Jamal in your inbox after you pull some fuckery, just know I have receipts.
See, the thing is I feel like people on the other side of it, when they hit you with that last email, they try to come with the annoying language and confuse you
Yeah.
and throw you off. And when they're not coming with the screenshots, first of all, like, yeah, I think the easiest trick is always having the screenshots.
Always.
You don't need to show them. Just say I have the screenshots.
Yeah.
That's what he did.
And that's what I
Yeah.
did.
And
And you
it's-
don't even need to always have
Yeah.
the screenshots.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because they just say, oh,
You just
fuck.
need to know they exist.
Wait, he
like,
has screenshots? What? When? They're
you just need to
confused.
get them thinking.
Yeah. And that's what I did. In my emails, in my most recent one that I said, I could present the receipts if needed. And I said it like 4 times.
Yeah.
After I stated something, I was like, I have receipts if needed. If you guys want me to present them, I can present them.
I wish we could. That last exchange would be the perfect one to like do the example to
Yeah,
break
we
it
need to
down.
do it, yeah.
Because it's like the perfect amount of like nonsense that to present in one email, and then like just super clear on the other side.
Yeah,
Because that's how you
exactly.
got to hit them. You can't come and be like, all right, I'm gonna stoop to their level, or
No, you have to be
They're
professional.
hoping for you to just be like, all right, fuck it. That's
Yeah,
what they want you to do.
exactly.
They want to annoy the shit out of you to the point where you're
Exactly.
just like, all right, fuck it.
Okay, fine. That's
Yeah.
what they want you to say. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. We'll do this instead.
Yeah.
You know? But no, and that's what my email said. And I said no in the email. In bold. I bolded the no several times.
You gotta frame that one.
No, that's one of my favorites.
That one was crazy.
You have to
yeah.
frame
That was a
it.
good one.
You have to frame it like somewhere
That was a good
hidden.
one.
You know, like
that last line where I was just like, what was okay? I could read the line.
bro, I've showed that to like 2 people.
I could read the final line for you guys here. Hold on one second.
Oh man, we're on live. You know that, right?
That's fine. I don't care. They're getting blocked tomorrow. They're getting blocked tomorrow. And I don't like. It's one of those things I don't care. It's just like you've done us wrong too many times for me to be cool now. You
Yeah.
know? Here we go.
Fuck, man.
So I wrote this. So and this is just the end of the email. I can't give you too much context because we're gonna bring drama into the real world. This is me wrapping up the email now. So just to go over things briefly, no, and this is bold. No, we will not be
half the email was bold.
covering any of the extra costs or meeting in the middle. We have delivered a solid product. My suggestion for how we move forward is you guys pay the remaining amount owed to us. If screenshots or any other info is needed, I have no problem providing it. Please refrain from calling us at this time. Ian and I are on vacation. Email is the best way to contact us until January 5th. Thanks. Hope your holiday season has been great.
It's all business at the end of the
business.
day. It's business at the end. It's money. It's business.
You were stern.
There's no
and
need to.
professional.
I mean, there's reason to get angry, but there's no reason to
Yes, snap.
Yeah.
I don't need to. I would have loved to
Yeah,
snap.
of course.
Because
yeah.
But you have to learn how to snap
when you
in a
do-
professional way.
Yeah.
When you do that, it'll bite you in the ass.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
And
Even if you are in the right.
Yeah.
apparently even like emojis can fuck everything up. So
Yeah, no, that's a real thing.
Yeah.
Man. And that's the thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta be careful about
Yeah.
that shit. Because
Yeah.
people can take that however, and then it is what it is.
yeah,
When money's involved, try your best to make sure
You get your money.
Yeah, try not to let cooler heads prevail when it's money, and it's
Yeah.
anything else personal. Go for it.
Go for it. Yeah, snap.
Yeah,
If they're like throwing your name on it, go ahead, attack.
Yeah.
them, But money. Make sure you secure the money because that was our goal in that. Because I'm just like, if I snap and I go too hard, we're not gonna get paid.
exactly.
yeah, but then also there's a lot of backfiring when someone doesn't pay. You don't want to be known as someone who doesn't pay.
Yeah.
Up. That's bad.
Yeah.
And information like that can spread like a wildfire.
And I will
if
spread
you're
it-
known
I'll
as
spread that
someone,
information like
if you're known
wildfire.
as someone who doesn't pay someone for their work, no one's working for you.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You burn all those connections, and you're fucked. You know what I mean? It's a really bad reputation. You know what I mean? And we're not even gonna get into like lawsuit stuff, but then they can always escalate to that too, if possible. But
I'll just do research on your family.
oh my god, Jamal's more like savage with that. I mean, most of the stuff we do is not worth a lawsuit, anyways. But
Yeah, exactly. It's a couple $1,000. Like,
It's still worth enough to
but it's enough for me to
Yeah.
send you that email
Yeah,
and
yeah.
possibly be standing outside of your house.
Yeah, yeah.
For a little
facts,
while.
Yeah.
don't kill me. That's not a threat.
No, it's not a threat. I just might stumble upon where you
It's a
live.
debt collector.
Yeah, hey, literally.
You're picking up the You're
Hey, I'm just.
just trying to get my money.
That's it. You guys available now? We could talk. That's it. That's That's all I'm there. That's why I'm outside of your house.
You just weren't
at
responding to
11
my
o'clock.
emails. Yeah, you just weren't responding to my emails. I just wanted to make sure everything was okay.
Yeah, exactly. And after I sent that email, they didn't reply for how long? Like 2-3 weeks. They didn't reply for like 2 weeks or some shit. Because clearly they had nothing to say to me.
Yeah.
And then when they replied, they're like, okay, cool. We'll send you the money. And that was it. And then once they sent the money through, they got what they...
You just gotta block off all
paid
their
for.
lanes of bullshit. You know,
Yeah.
you can't let them... Even as stupid as it is, you can't let them have anything to be like, oh, we, you know, this, that.
Yeah.
No, you just got to cut it off right there.
No, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You can't even like kind of play with the idea of, you know, I don't know what I was saying with that.
You know?
You can't give them an inch. You know,
Yes.
you can't give
Yeah,
them
that's what I was
anything.
gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't. Yeah.
You can't be like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
you know, or like you can't like not. It's like so in that email, Jamal made sure to like reference
Yeah.
everything that they
They
brought
said,
up.
and I listed it and I
Yeah.
numbered it.
Yeah. Yeah, exact numbering. Yeah, numbering is great.
Yeah. Well, I'll do a rundown of some emails. We might even do a Zoom meeting or something with all you guys, whoever's listening, whoever is interested in the email game. And you
Mike,
know,
we should do it on Clubhouse.
yeah. We could do it on the Clubhouse.
Yeah.
We could do it
Yeah,
on
yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
really. And we could, dissect some of these emails that I have sent in my time. Emails that I've sent to profs about how a project was fucking stupid.
You're crazy. You have
And,
this.
and the prof hit me back. He's like, "Yo, you're fucking right, dude. Like, he's like, my bad, bro."
You have those saved, dude.
I think I still do.
Oh man, I gotta see those.
Like, it's
I gotta
just-
the Centennial.
yeah.
Don't kill me.
Yeah,
So
man.
this man's emailing Sheldon or some shit.
Yeah, bro. And Sheldon is passing it on to Chris Terry and shit. And they're like, "Oh fuck!" But like, he's serious, bro. Like, and he caught us. Yo, this shit is dumb. This shit's fucking stupid.
See, the thing about that too is like they can't fault you because you put just as much work into explaining to them why it's bullshit as you could have
Exactly.
put into like doing the project, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's if you just said I don't want to do it, it's dumb. They're gonna be like, all right, you're lazy. But if you put the effort in and be like,
I
no, this
explained
shit's
everything.
You
stupid.
justified everything
Yeah.
with receipts and everything.
Yeah, yo. Literally. I was like, yo, I watched my partner in class beat up his camera because it was so hard for him to do this thing. His hand is bleeding. Like, I watched him beat up his camera. And I'm like, this, and it was just one of my points as to, how stupid the assignment was.
Was it Bolex?
Yeah, it was the Bolex one.
You didn't like that one, eh?
And it wasn't that I didn't like it. It was just the cameras were shit that we were renting from the school.
Okay.
They didn't work.
Okay.
So fucking painter's there trying to record his shit, and he's like, "What the fuck?" And he's exposing all of his film that he paid $100 for since the school's not covering it.
To be fair, I didn't have an issue with that project.
And that's totally fine. I'm not saying everybody is, but I'm just like, how are you guys gonna give us one opportunity to just test this whole film thing out? This is a lot of people's first time exposed to even shooting film. We got to practice once with fake film rolls, so we didn't get to see what the pros and the cons were of some of our decisions.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna go out and make me pay $100 for film, and then the cameras don't work.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So he's exposing his film. He lost a bunch of film, and he's like, "Bro, I'm pissed. Like that was a waste of fucking money."
yeah.
And that's what I was mad about. I was like, "Okay, how are you guys gonna give us this project that we didn't get to practice on, and the equipment doesn't work, and you're making me pay for this shit?" And I'm already paying for school.
Which should be paying for the fucking
What should be paying for this?
equipment? Yeah, like what else are you paying
those
for?
extra, I mean, that's
All
all
that
that
extra
You gotta
shit
pay
that they give you.
textbooks and shit.
Yeah.
That's just life, I guess.
I just don't like being finessed,
Yeah, I know. I know.
School is just the ultimate finesse, man.
Yeah,
In a way, yes.
And it's like I accept that finesse, but
Yeah, it's fine.
but
yeah.
don't let me get there and you're still finessing me
Yeah.
in class.
School, we're talking about school. School is like this ultimate exposure dollar finesse because they're telling you you're gonna get this degree. You pay all this money to get this degree
Yep.
that does this piece of paper. Which when you think about it, it's really dumb, right? When you go to university, you spend $20,000 for a piece of paper, and 7 out of 10 of them don't mean anything.
all that fucking paper does is have employers look at you and be like, oh, okay, like
He sat in class.
The difference is like,
Like, you might
they
work
go
for
through
my company now
Yeah, they
because
go on
you-
the resume, and it's like if you don't have that paper on
you
your,
don't exist.
then
Like,
they
you're not
just
even
throw
a
out your
real
resume.
human being.
Yeah.
Like you're just like gone.
It's just the first
Yeah.
level of requirement that you need to pass.
Okay, good. He
Yeah.
has that. Oh, but he's still shit. Next.
Yeah,
Oh, but he hasn't worked at anywhere.
yeah,
Yeah, but
has-
he went to school.
Cool. That just makes me think that okay, well they sat in class for 4 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Meanwhile, somebody else did the work for 4 years.
Yeah.
And didn't go to school. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's actually experienced in the field, but he can't get the job.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I kind of like her. Oh, my bad.
This guy's been beating this fucking
I know. Sorry, guys.
thing down.
That's why I like this industry that we're in, because you don't actually need school.
Yeah.
And you can just like straight self-teach yourself, and then fucking just jump into the industry and do it.
I feel like unless you want to like get into TV, like you want to work
Yeah.
at fucking CP24 or some shit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you might just need to.
Even then, you could probably.
But you could finesse it just by knowing people.
If you know a person or two there, and you can get an internship, probably.
Yeah, but if you're just applying on Indeed, then yeah, get your diploma.
Fucking Epstein got a job as a school teacher without fucking going to teachers college without any,
not even knowing how to teach.
Yeah.
I don't think
And he got caught later.
Yeah.
And then he told them why, and they're like, oh.
They didn't even look into it.
They felt bad.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
It's such a weird fact about him.
Yeah.
Oh well. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Don't let anyone finesse you with exposure dollars. That's the message for today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Only do it if it's someone like big. You know what I'm talking about? Like the Soulja Boy example, or like fucking Drake or The Weeknd. You know what I mean? Like if
hitting you up.
If their manager or them is hitting you up, they're like, hey, we see your work. We want you to do a video for us. Cool. Of course, say yes. You're an idiot if you don't. Right? But otherwise, if it's
somebody with no growth
yeah,
and no potential,
and they're offering you speculation of possible exposure,
then charge them.
Charge them. If they don't want
Your
if
full
they don't
rate.
want to shoot you for your rate, well, work with you with your rate. That's a no. Or try to work out something. Fuck, I don't know.
Just charge them your full rate. It's gonna work out.
Mine as well.
Do it in the long run. Just I'm telling you now, when you give people deals and shit, they'll take advantage of you still and still.
Yeah,
try to finesse.
I know. I know. Don't haggle your rate.
Yeah,
Don't haggle your rate.
And it's hard not to because
because
you don't believe in yourself.
You don't.
Yeah.
Like,
and ultimately, you want to make connections beyond business. The industry we work in, you kind of, especially in the industry we work in, you kind of want to make close. You know, you want to be friends with
when you're
everybody,
newer
right?
like us, and you're you're not just getting phone calls every single day or whatever to work on shit. When opportunity comes, it's like it's hard to say no, because you want to take every connection possible.
And you just don't know when the next one's gonna
exactly.
Yeah, you don't know when the next one's gonna happen, because you got to pay the bills and shit, and you just see, fuck it, if I have to dock 10% off my fucking rate to get this job, then do it. That's how they think. That's how we think sometimes. You know what I mean? But I think it's probably better to just stand your ground and say, this is my rate.
Yeah.
Also, just think about how much time you're going to invest in this, and if you're not getting anything out of it, and you're only getting like half your rate, or you're not even getting any money from it, like you could be doing anything else, and it'd be more worth it, right? So
it goes back to our intimidation thing. It's just resentment.
Yeah.
You just resent that person because you're like, oh damn, now I'm in this situation. Oh, and you drop the video now, or you drop the song for them that you mixed, or whatever you did for them, and you don't get that exposure. You don't get no followers. You don't get no likes on your account. Your same 5 friends are the same people like, oh, sick.
You can't say anything. You got nothing out of it.
Yeah.
At least if you got some money out of it,
then you're cool.
And you wouldn't be like, oh, that wasn't a complete waste of time.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Assuming you're out of the whole portfolio building stage, then yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is what it is. So I think we're going to end the pod here.
Yeah.
Watch out for the Luciuses out here, man. They
The
really are
Luciuses,
really out here in the grass,
Malfoys,
bro.
The parcel tongue.
Yeah.
The guys with the parcels.
It's easy to spot. You know, you just need to read like 5 tweets and see if they contradict anything, because they probably do.
Yeah.
They probably say something like, all I care about is my family and the people around me, and then the next tweet is like, I can't wait to make a bag or something like that, and that's how you weed it out.
Just pay attention, man.
And also, if they're just on Twitter a lot.
Yeah. Oh, too much?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, if you're on Twitter a lot, it's rotting your fucking brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're getting fed way too many opinions and just toxic shit. There's no way you're not thinking like those people on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay on the fun side of Twitter, if anything. It's hard, but
It's tough.
the fun side of Twitter.
Just be observant out there, folks. That's all. We're just trying to protect you, We've gone through a lot. A lot of other artists have gone through a lot, just stress and pain and suffering.
Yeah.
And a lot of tears, blood, hard work gone to just shit.
That's why when shit pops off, it'll mean so much more to us. You know, you
Yeah.
gotta also appreciate all the. It's like I wouldn't
be me. I wouldn't be able
Exactly.
to send those emails if I didn't go through bad
That's what I mean. Like I was,
So
yeah. Like
true.
I don't think that I would have said like I wouldn't want to go through any of those. Like I would have gone through those experiences because I know the person that it turned me into,
Yeah.
right? So if you got to get finesse, make sure you learn from it. You know,
Yeah.
make sure it makes you a better person.
Yeah, and then you try to make sure you don't get finessed the
Yeah.
next time. That's it.
Cool.
Keep your eyes open out there in the streets.
And we're gonna wrap it here.
Lost and Talks podcast, episode 65. Still looking for an intern. RIP Kobe, RIP MF Doom, RIP everybody that's lost their lives to COVID and everything else. Shouts out the frontline workers. And
For real.
God help America.
Yeah.
And me.
And me.
And Kevin. Later.